Hello and good evening once again. Thank you for joining us for some more Mountain View and Lyman basketball tonight. It is Mountain View. It is Lyman. They're going to play each other in the Bridger Valley. Yes, a 3A Southwest Conference showdown between the 3A Lyman Eagles and the 3A Mountain View Buffs. Both teams 2-0 in conference play with wins over Pinedale and Big Piney. They will look to improve to 3-0 in conference play with a win tonight, both the Mountain View Buffs and the Lyman Eagles. Obviously, it's going to be a special night for both teams. And more so for the Lyman Eagles, or the Lady Eagles, I guess I should clarify, because it is the girls' senior night. Coming up in a couple minutes, we will have a live celebration ceremony for the seniors for the Lyman Eagles. Once again, senior night here for the girls. The boys are going to wait. They're going to play their senior night for Lyman on a true senior night, being the last home game of the year. So not the last time these seniors will be on the court, but certainly a fun atmosphere as it will be senior night, a packed house. Lyman against Mountain View. Could not have it any other way here on My Local Radio. Once again, my name is Sean Bennett, bringing you all the action for Lyman and Mountain View this season. Looking at Lyman lining up, warming up before opening tip. I'll pan the camera over, show some of Mountain View warming up. No changes to the starting lineups, no changes to the rosters. I guess we could say there is a change. For Lyman, Nicole Peden will be back. She was a player on the varsity roster a couple weeks ago, but she unfortunately suffered a concussion in a car accident. She is okay. She's back out on court playing tonight for the Lyman Eagles. If they need her, she is in the layup line, the warm-up line for her team tonight. So we'll have to see how that affects the game tonight. Lyman maybe adding some more depth to their bench with Nicole Peden returning from that injury. Mountain View girls will play on the road here. A senior night for Lyman, only adding to this intense rivalry that will go back and forth. That first game we had earlier in the season at Mountain View between these Lyman girls and Mountain View girls was a non-conference game in the Bridger Valley Invitational, in which Lyman lost that one, but that was I believe the second or third game without McKaylee Bradshaw in the lineup. So Lyman kind of really just trying to figure out where they are in the season at that point, especially being the opening weekend. So I've called the teams off the court here for a pregame celebration. It is senior night for the Lyman Eagle girls. Once again, thank you for joining us live on MyLocalRadio.com. If you know somebody that is interested in watching tonight's broadcast and they're not doing it right now, please call them, contact them, Facebook them, whatever, and however you would get in hold with them and say, hey, Sean Bennett is broadcasting the Mountain View and Lyman game right now. I want you to head to MyLocalRadio.com, click on that stream right on our homepage, and I want you to watch that, because this one will not be a one you want to miss, as well as the boys' action after that one. That'll be the first time the two boys' teams see each other this year. And Mountain View trying to go 3-0 in conference play, in both boys and girls tonight on the road. The boys will look to have sole ownership of that number one spot in the 3A Southwest Conference with a win tonight. The girls also trying to take sole possession of number one in the 3A Southwest Division with a win.
At this time, we would like to recognize our senior girls basketball players.
So we're doing a pregame celebration.
They are Charity Harn.
And I think they're going to do the seniors for Mountain View as well. Just recognize them as well, which is a very nice thing for Lyman to do here on their home court. Announcing the names of the seniors before the true celebration begins between the Lyman seniors. First senior to be announced here is Spring Yagi. Spring Yagi in front of the full house, getting the treatment of being a senior, getting to walk out there for one of the final times, obviously not the final game. So Spring Yagi had a pre-recorded announcement that they're playing. Said, if I wind up on The Bachelor, this is who I'd like to thank. If I wind up on The Bachelor and I'm rich and famous, this is who I'd like to thank. Spring Yagi with some humor. You can see Spring Yagi and I believe her parents on the court. Will be a special time for all of the Lyman seniors tonight, being announced, being celebrated in front of their home fans, as well as a packed house full of Mountain View fans as well. Obviously, their last home game will come next week against Big Piney here in Lyman, and we will cover that one live on MyLocalRadio.com. And the next one to be announced is, I believe, Cassidy Nelson. Yes, that is Cassidy Nelson out on the court. Plans to attend Sheridan College to play volleyball next year. So Cassidy Nelson going on to play intercollegiate sports.
I'd like to say thank you to Coach Egley for cheering me on long before she coached here. I'd like to thank Coach Anderson for beating up on me, pushing me around, making me tougher, and yelling at me so I know what to do. I'd like to thank Coach Hansen for not giving me a choice about playing basketball when I transferred, and for believing I could do things I didn't think I could. I'd like to thank my friends for being awesome and making me laugh. I'd like to thank my teammates for making basketball so much better than I ever thought it could be. I'd like to thank my family for always being there for me, reminding me to be aggressive, and for loving me and supporting me.
Cassie Wilson. Next, McKinley Bradshaw.
And now McKinley Bradshaw being announced, one of the premier players in the entire state, going to play basketball at the University of Wyoming next year. Let's hear what McKinley has to say.
My future plans. My name is McKinley Bradshaw.
I think there's some confusion on the court. I think McKinley and McKinley walked out there. I'm not exactly sure.
Whenever I find time, I think I might get myself a husband who pays for everything. After college, I plan to travel as much as possible and have 4 beautiful kids, maybe 7. Their names will be whatever I feel like giving them. I'll then retire to the Bahamas where I'll enjoy sunshine and drink red cat true. I'd like to say thank you to the Bridger Valley community for always supporting me in my activities. I'd like to thank Coach Hansen for the hours upon hours he has put into me personally to make me the kind of ball player I am today. I can't ask for a better high school coach. I'd like to thank all my coaches throughout the years. Lastly, I would like to thank my family for their support.
McKinley Bradshaw.
It was McKinley Bradshaw, and now McKinley Bradshaw will be announced. She walked out on the court a little bit earlier, so here's her announcement of what she will be planning on doing.
My future plans include going into music education at either Utah State or BYUI. I'd like to thank this valley for the support and love you've all shown to me. I'd like to thank my parents and siblings for being my biggest fans and traveling hours to watch me play. And thanks to other family who have supported me all through high school. I'd like to thank Coach Egley for always seeing how I'm doing, but most importantly for bringing some fashion to the team. I'd like to thank Coach Anderson for never letting me forget he's much stronger than me and can beat me up with no effort. Thanks for being the one who shoves me around in practice. I'd like to thank Coach Hansen for being the best coach I could have ever asked for. Thank you for not only spending hours coaching me and teaching me how to improve in basketball, but also helping me develop a love for the game. Thanks for always turning my most embarrassing moments into a memory I can look back and laugh at. But mostly, thank you for being someone who is concerned with every other aspect of my life, for always asking how I'm doing and for always being able to tell if something's wrong, for always being willing to listen to my problems and give advice. And last, I'd like to thank each member of my team for making basketball a great experience for me and never failing to make me laugh. I wouldn't have wanted to play with anyone else in the world. Thank you for playing for me this season.
McKinley Bradshaw.
It was McKinley Bradshaw being announced. McKinley Bradshaw, her announcement, and now Olivia Smith has her moment under the lights.
Olivia Smith, daughter of Justin and Harrison. My future plans are to go to college somewhere and become an occupational therapist. After that, I'd like to hopefully get married to a gorgeous man who will like to travel the world and adventure with me. I want to have 3 beautiful kids who will love the north so that we can live on the beach. I'd like to thank my parents and siblings and grandparents for traveling across the state to support me and loving me, even if I played like trash and was being honored. I'd especially like to thank my dad for taking me to the gym every day that we could, for pushing me and believing in me. I'd like to thank my friends off of the court for always encouraging me to be better. I'd like to thank my coaches. Coach Egley for talking trash with me and having the cutest little boys for me to play with. Thanks to Coach Anderson for being away, but also beating me up. Thanks for still coaching me, even though I fell out of literally every single game in freshman. For destroying my body with your elbows and the pads, and for being someone mean to bring me in my butts. And thanks to Coach Hanson for screaming at me until I got my confidence out. For letting me fly in the post drills, but also flying me back. But mostly for encouraging me to be strong and to be the very best I could be. Thank you for keeping up in my love life and always making sure somebody knew that I could be just slightly think therapy and maybe even debatable. Thanks for never listening to my questions in practice, and thanks for encouraging me and giving me the green light. I'd like to thank my amazing teammates for always helping me up when I fell, literally. Thanks for encouraging my terrible singing on the bus, and for always being there for me. I love you guys so much.
So that is the Lyman Eagles seniors being recognized in front of their home crowd. McKaylee Bradshaw is going to a national music, I forget what the exact name was, so I don't want to butcher this, so I apologize, but going to a music conference of some sort next week and will not be at the Big Piney game, so they wanted to give McKaylee Bradshaw as much recognition as she deserves as a member of this team tonight when her team plays Mountain View. So that is why the senior night for the girls got moved up and the boys remains next week. And not sure if we'll have a couple more minutes to warm up. Looks like we will. We're going to take a timeout here on MyLocalRadio.com. Return with us after this commercial break for more action from Lyman, including tip-off, starting lineups, national anthem, everything that comes before the game. Following this on MyLocalRadio.com.
Dr. Dog, the other day I was at the dog park and ran into Keegan, the Irish setter from up the road. When we smelled hello, I was surprised because he smelled like delicious roasted duck. When I asked if he'd been hunting, he said nein, he had been to see you.
Yes, Mr. Hans German Shepherd, I'm recommending Canine Superfood Advance from PetMinerals.com for all my canine patients. The powder mixes with your dog food to create a delicious duck-flavored gravy. Order your Superfood Advance from PetMinerals.com today.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Back here live from Lyman, Wyoming in the Uinta County, where the battle for the Bridger Valley will go down tonight. Version 2.0, 1.5, however you want to call it. Obviously, the first matchup, like I had been saying, was a non-conference battle between these two teams. So the first conference matchup of the season between these two girls basketball teams. But don't think that these girls on the court are not familiar with each other, as the majority of both of these teams are made up of volleyball players that met up, I believe it was 5 or 6 times this season, including the regional final at Mountain View, in which Lyman won en route to a perfect season, including a state title victory in the title game. So these girls certainly familiar with each other and what they have to offer. We'll have to see how it turns out tonight on the court in this conference action between these two teams.
Place your hands over your heart.
So we're going to have a national anthem here. I'm actually going to stay right here for this one, because it is a special national anthem being sung by a student tonight. So I'm just going to turn the mic up and stop talking once the national anthem starts.
Looks like we're actually about to head into the national anthem, so apologies folks, we're going to take one more 2-minute break and we'll be back here on the Freak.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, 2 should work.
The national anthem being sung here by the choir at Lyman, and we are just about ready to get set for the starting lineups to be announced. Once they are, we'll start off with Mountain View. So I'm going to tilt the camera over towards the left side of the court where the Mountain View Buffs will be wearing their black uniforms tonight. Mountain View Lady Buffalo, coached by Jessica Moretti. Jessica Moretti, certainly one of the better coaches I've run into here in Wyoming. Certainly one of the nicest in terms of giving me plenty of time to talk with her and not being resistant to talk or resilient to talk to us. Charity Harmon, Haley Stevens, Allie Bugas, and both Haley and Lindy Herford, the starting 5 for your Mountain View Buffs here on what is the Lyman Eagles senior night. So certainly when there's only about, 10-15 minutes, if that, that separates these two schools and these two teams, obviously there's a ton of fans here for both schools, as now the majority of those fans rise to their feet, and Lyman fans being their own Lyman gym to celebrate and form a tunnel for these seniors to run down for one final time, or some of them for one final time. Obviously the majority of them will play next week against Big Piney, but on senior night in front of this big crowd. McKinley Bradshaw, we're going to talk a lot about Bradshaw tonight, as we have all season long. Cassidy Nelson, Spring Yagi, other 2 starters. Now Olivia Smith, always a spark plug, always an intense showing from Smith. And it is McKinley Bradshaw, Cassidy Nelson, Olivia Smith, and McKaylee Bradshaw is on the court. So McKaylee Bradshaw with that injury, good for her. McKaylee Bradshaw announced as a starter tonight for the Lyman Eagles as she goes all the way into the corner. I would imagine McKaylee will not play tonight. I'm trying to take a peek at the table right below us. I don't see a sub there immediately. We'll see if McKaylee Bradshaw is okay and fit to play. It would be something if she was. But for some reason I'm thinking maybe one or two possessions at tops, and sure enough, Mandy Air checks to the table. Bradshaw, McKinley Bradshaw going towards her left. Bradshaw gets it, misses the shot. Olivia Smith with the rebound. Olivia Smith to the right side, and that ball is deflected out of bounds, and there comes McKaylee Bradshaw out of the game for the final time this season. McKaylee Bradshaw, after getting injured in what I think was the first or second game of the season. Good for McKaylee Bradshaw to step out on the court one final time here on her senior night. Now it is Mountain View with the ball. Mountain View going left to right on offense, wearing their black uniforms. Lyman wearing the whites at the blue trim down the side, going right to left on offense. Mountain View, Bugas on the left side over to Harmon. Harmon in the corner over to Lindy Herford. Lindy Herford reverses it. Haley Herford in the right corner. Goes around the defender, gets it inside to Haley Stevens. Haley Stevens misses from in close. Lindy Herford grabs the rebound, misses the shot, and here comes McKinley Bradshaw the other way. Bradshaw with the rebound after that missed shot, and it's a one-and-done possession for Mountain View to start off with. That shot from about 4 feet away is no good, and here comes Mountain View down the other way. Charity Harmon outside. Harmon's going to try to connect on her first shot, and she does. All three of them from downtown. Charity Harmon. Count them up, 1, 2, 3 on the scoreboard for Mountain View to open up the scoring tonight on Lyman's senior night. Mandy Air crossing the center court line with it. Cassidy Nelson on the right side. Spring Yagi drops it out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover back to Mountain View. Back here, 3-0 the score, 6:13 to play. Live on MyLocalRadio.com. Charity Harmon on the left side now. Harmon crosses over in front of Mandy Air, gets it off to Lindy Herford in the corner. Herford driving baseline. McKinley Bradshaw right there on defense. Bradshaw goes straight up defensively, not fouled, no fouls, and that will be Mountain View possession. Here's the ball, did go out of bounds. Haley Stevens looking to find somebody on the baseline to inbound it to. She goes all the way up top to Haley Herford. Haley Herford looking to go towards her right with it now. Herford up top. Harmon. Harmon goes behind the Herford screen. Harmon loses it back towards midcourt. Nearly stolen there by Bradshaw. Bradshaw couldn't get to it, however, and Herford's got it. Herford drops it off down low to Haley Stevens. Back up top. Harmon ball fakes on the three, and her shot is blocked from inside. Could not tell exactly who got it from Mountain View. A couple of bodies in there, but Mountain View gets blocked by Lyman. Bradshaw looking to answer on a three of her own. Misses from well outside, and we have an over-the-back foul. I believe going to go against Lyman here on that offensive rebound attempt. That one's going to go on Cassidy Nelson of Lyman. That is Nelson's first foul of this game. Lindy Herford back to Bugas. Bugas, Herford setting a screen, leaving Stevens open in the corner. Stevens misses, but in for the rebound is Bugas. Bugas driving down the lane, kicks it out. Lindy Herford, 8-footer, no good. But the rebound again goes to Allie Bugas. Allie Bugas running a mile on this possession. And she circles around the defense. Charity Harmon going to try to cut through the defense. Kind of ran out of position, ran out of time there. She gives it off, able to get it to her teammate. In the corner, Haley Stevens, 4-3. Stevens misses on that shot, and it's another offensive rebound, this time Charity Harmon. Charity Harmon being guarded by Smith, gets back out up top to Bugas. Bugas being defended by Spring Yagi up top. Bugas through the legs, tries to get inside at the free throw line. Bradshaw comes up to defend, and she knocks that one away. Here comes Lyman going right to left on offense, trying to get the first points of the contest here. Bradshaw loses it at the free throw line, gets it back out to Smith. Nelson now with it at the three-point line. Ball over her head. Gets her over to Olivia Smith on the right side. Mandy Air up top now. Air running the point. Air picks up her dribble, falling down. Is able to keep it alive in the front court as that one goes out to near midcourt, but does not cross that center line. Jessica Moretti calling out for a defensive effort from her team, clapping her hands together as that one goes out of bounds, deflected off of Mountain View. Mountain View very active on the defensive end. Haley Herford, Jessica Moretti told me and has told me throughout the season, Haley Herford is Mountain View's defensive specialist. That is her title on the team. So she is looking to lock down McKinley Bradshaw and those Lyman Eagles. Looks like Mountain View is a bit matched up here, man to man. Mandier drops it to Smith. Smith working down the left side of the paint. Fouled by, I believe that was Lindy Herford, who got her hand in the cookie jar and got caught for it. Yes, so both number 12s pick up a foul in this contest here in the first 5 minutes. Lindy Herford from Mountain View and now Cassie Nelson, both with one foul. And at the free throw line is Olivia Smith. Olivia Smith makes the first free throw, so she will get one more chance to make it 2 points on the night for the Lyman Eagles. And that one is good. So Olivia Smith 2 for 2 from the free throw line. And with 3:37 to play. On the outside, that is Herford, and Herford, I think they called a foul there. Yes, a foul on the baseline drive there as Herford was trying to be cut off by Mountain View by a Lyman defender, and because of that, the knee was extended, and according to the official, cut off the lane that Mountain View had. Block underneath, nice inbounds to Haley Stevens. She tried to go right up with it on the right low block, but she was blocked out of bounds. It remains Mountain View ball. 3-2, 3:25 to play in quarter number 1. Charity Harmon trying to go by Mandier. Mandier gets her hand in there, steals it away, swipes it away, but Harmon regains it on her knees and sends it over to her teammate. Mountain View possession still. Haley Herford trying to drop it off to her twin sister Lindy Herford, could not get it there as the ball was intercepted, and now we have a foul at midcourt. If this is against Lindy Herford, it is. That's Lindy Herford's second foul, and she immediately goes right to the bench. Rolls her head at the fact that she picked a foul near midcourt there. So it's 3-2 here. The Lyman Eagles trailing on their senior night, but looking to put together a good performance. Bryce Hansen into the game for the first time. Ran into some trouble, able to get her away. McKinley Bradshaw trying to drop it down low on the low block, and Mandier is fouled. So Mandier will go to the free throw line. Or no, that is not a shooting foul. Mandier got a foul with the ball right underneath the basket. Bryce Hansen throws it in. Lob pass to Olivia Smith, no good. Bryce Hansen comes in and gets the rebound, however. And no foul through a lot of contact there. And it will remain Lyman ball here with another inbounds, 2:42 to play. On the outside, Spring Yagi. Yagi misses that shot. And Bradshaw with the rebound. Bradshaw pulls up for three. No good on that one. Long, and Mountain View with the rebound, trying to track it down is Bradshaw. Bradshaw with a steal. Bradshaw going right to left. Bradshaw down the lane, puts it up off the window and gets it to go. McKinley Bradshaw with 2 points there. And the Lyman Eagles have their first lead of this contest. 4-3 here with 2:11 to play in the game. .202 to play here in quarter number 1. Mountain View trailing 4-3 now in this possession. Haley Herford over to Haley Stevens in the corner. Stevens misses that shot, and that ball is deflected out of bounds, I believe. Yes, out of bounds, and it will remain Mountain View possession here, inbounding underneath the basket. 1:56 on the clock here in quarter number 1. Bugis gets the ball up top. Bugis moving towards her left. Over to Harmon. Harmon on the right wing. Long three, no good. Rebound goes long to Haley Herford. Haley Herford over to Bugis up top. Bugis puts the ball over her head, looking to go somewhere with it. Gets it over to Harmon. Harmon on the top of the left key with it. Haley Herford in the corner. Herford looking to reverse, gets it inside. Nice pass there from Bugis to Stevens. Stevens loses it. The ball goes right up in the air. Harmon on the left wing. Harmon's going to attempt a three, and Charity Harmon has all 6 points from Mountain View here in the first quarter. She has nailed 2 threes in the opening frame. 1:08 to play here in quarter number 1. Mountain View has it. Going right to left on offense, wearing their home whites with the blue trim down the side. And that one, a little bit of miscommunication there. Bradshaw glancing over at Cassie Nelson as the ball sailed over her head out of bounds. 55 seconds remain here in quarter number 1. First game of 2, a doubleheader between the Mountain View girls and boys games. The boys game to follow this girls game. Charity Harmon up top to Haley Stevens, over to Allie Bugis. Allie Bugis on the right wing, over to Stevens on the left wing. Now Stevens crossing over, moving towards her left, gets it over to Harmon. Harmon up top, another three, and she's got it! Charity Harmon with 3 threes in the opening frame. She's got 9, and Mountain View leads this one by a score of 9-4 with 25 seconds to play in quarter number 1. Spring Yagi moving towards her right. Yagi over to Hansen. Hansen with 14 on the clock, moving down the left side of the lane, drops it back to the free throw line. Nelson's shot is no good. Olivia Smith going after the rebound. It's Haley Stevens to come away with it. 5 on the clock. Let's see if Stevens realizes. Harmon crosses over, gets it over to Bugis. Bugis ball fakes, drops it off to Haley Herford. And can't hear the horn in here, but the horn did blow. And that is the end of 1 quarter. So Mountain View with a 9-4 lead after 1 quarter. Live on MyLocalRadio.com, where the Buffs lead the Eagles by 5 at the break.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Back here at Lyman High School in Wyoming, feels a lot like Mardi Gras, or a big party here at the Lyman Eagles gymnasium in this first game of 2 on the night between the Lyman Eagles and the Mountain View Buffs. Girls game first, boys game to follow. Bugis has the ball, open up the second quarter, and her shot is wide to the right. Bradshaw pulls down the rebound, being double teamed, maybe even triple teamed in the backcourt, trying to look up, gets the ball across the center line to Hansen. Hansen open for 3, can't leave her open, and she misses her first shot opportunity long, and here comes Herford going the other way. That is Haley Herford over to Charity Harmon on the left side, now to Bugis up top. Bugis over to Harmon on the left side. Harmon's going to test her range. A little bit of a heat check there as she misses that one long, and then another turnover from Mountain View gives it right back. Haley Herford's got it. Herford drops it to Porter. Charity Harmon looked at the basket and kind of put both her hands on the ball, almost like she was about to shoot it from about 30 feet away there. Thought better of it, and Mountain View has it on the offensive side. 7 minutes to play, 9-4 here. Quarter number 2. Bugis on the outside. Bugis misses that 3, and Cassidy Nelson pulls down the rebound. Hansen up top, all the way down the court. Olivia Smith and Lawn on the other end. Olivia Smith gets the hoop and the arm. A 3-point basket there for Olivia Smith as she goes coast to coast. Nice outlet pass there from Hansen. Hansen right outside of the 3-point line, just kind of lobbed that thing down the court, left it in the air for Olivia Smith to go grab it. And that shot is no good. The free throw is no good. Nelson hits the deck. Mountain View with the rebound. Going left to right on offense once again. 6:40 to play in quarter number 2. Mountain View wearing the black with the purple trim down the side. Lyman in the white wearing the blue down the side. And that is a nice basket for Charity Harmon. Charity Harmon, well, I'd say she's heating up, but she is officially burning hot. Red hot in this one. 11 points for Charity Harmon. She's got it going from downtown. This time she just drives the basket. She says, yeah, I can hit one from downtown, but you know what I can also make? A layup. Bryce Hansen with the ball up top over to Cassie Nelson. Back to Hansen up top. Hansen trying to throw it down low. Air is blocked, and that ball is blocked out of play. So 11-6 here. The score is 6:07 to play in quarter number 2. Hansen. Over to Air up top. Looking to get it back to Hansen. Mountain View's done a terrific job guarding that inbounds play that Mountain View, or that Lyman, loves to run, where they kind of bait you, throw the ball up top, and then Hansen winds up with the back open in the corner for an open 3. Bradshaw steps back, and she misses. Bradshaw's not been able to find her rhythm on her senior night. And she misses her first few shots. 5:48 to play, 11-6 the score. First free throw is missed from Cassidy Nelson. So Nelson, chance for one more, down by 5, trying to trim that deficit. Rolls, touches every part of the rim, just counts for 1 point, even though it touched every part of the rim, but it drops, and Cassidy Nelson gets free throw to go. 11-7 the score. Mountain View with the lead. The guest on the scoreboard. Lyman, the home team on the scoreboard on their senior night. That is Haley Stevens. Haley Stevens is fouled, or fouled on the pass, I believe, not on the shot. Foul goes against Mandy Air. That is Mandy Air's first foul. The third on Lyman here. 5 on Mountain View so far. Mandy Air with the ball now after the turnover, gives it to Lyman. 11-7 the score, 5:27 to play in the first half. Mandy Air with the ball up top. Air loses it, goes over to Harmon. Harmon crossing over. And Mountain View has it. I apologize. There's people in front of me kind of knocking my stuff over, so I have to just look over. Fans have been turned on here, so it might be a little bit cooler in the gym starting in a few minutes. It's very hot in the gym. Obviously a sellout crowd, or close to a sellout crowd that you can get. Bradshaw pulls up for 3. Bradshaw misses that one, and Cassidy Nelson is able to track down the rebound. Nelson back inside to Olivia Smith. Olivia Smith up and good. She scores. So 2 points there for Olivia Smith. 11-9 the score. 4:40 left in the first half. And that is Hereford working on the outside. Hereford is fouled, I believe. Yeah, fouled outside of the 3-point line. Probably not what Mountain View had in mind, or probably not what Lyman had in mind there on that possession, is to foul so far away from the basket. 4:30 to play left in half number 1. Bugis crossing over. Drops it to Lindy Hereford, Lindy Hereford back to Bugis. Bugis up top. Bugis moving towards her left. Gets it to Harmon. Harmon again in the corner. Misses that shot. And here comes Olivia Smith with the rebound. Olivia Smith drops it off to McKinley Bradshaw. Bradshaw on the right side. Hansen, Spring Yagi on the left. Back to Smith up top. Smith misses from downtown. Ball chased down in the corner by Lindy Hereford. And here comes Mountain View going the other way with 3:55 on the clock. 11-9 the score. Neither team has been able to pull away in this one. The guests leading by 2 on the scoreboard. And that is thrown out of bounds, so it will be a turnover and give the ball back to Mountain View, or give the ball back to Lyman here. Sorry, I'm crossing up my teams here. Obviously, I cover both teams, so Usually I'm not used to saying Lyman and Mountain View in the same breath, the same sentence. Timeout called by, I believe it was called by Lyman there, so we're going to take this break on MyLocalRadio.com.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at West Star Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit West Star Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. West Star Printing, 307-789-5202.
Back here on MyLocalRadio.com, 11-9 the score, 3:33 left in quarter number 2. Dale Anderson, Randy Egley, and Jason Hasen, the head coach for the Lyman Eagles. Joel Georges, Stevens, and Jessica Moretti, the coaches for the Mountain View Lady Buffs. There's Mandy Air with the ball, running the point in the backcourt. Gets it across the center line over to Bradshaw. Bradshaw with 3:20 on the clock. Bradshaw working. Bradshaw crosses over, loses the ball, regains it. 3:11 on the clock. Bradshaw gets all the way to the baseline and gives it up over to Bryce Hansen. Hansen back to Bradshaw in the corner. Bradshaw still looking to get on the board on her senior night, and that it will work for McKinley Bradshaw as she uses the window to her advantage, scores it on the bank, and gets a foul. So a 3-point play with a chance to give Lyman that lead. They held a 4-3 lead. Mountain View raced out to retake that lead thanks to Charity Harmon's outside shooting. Foul called on Haley Herford, her first. That is the 6th team foul on Mountain View. There's an official over at the table talking to those at the table, so that is the delay, the temporary delay for us right now. Maybe everything is sorted out. Jessica Moretti pointing somewhere. Might be a discrepancy in the book. I'm trying to look. There's nobody on the court for Lyman that hasn't been on the court, so it's not somebody that tried to enter wearing a different number. It might be a score discrepancy or a foul. I'm assuming it's a foul discrepancy because that is a Mountain View scorekeeper. Once again, the official scorekeeper is always provided by the home team, wearing an official's uniform at the table, so the official book should count. Obviously, you can contest it and say, hey, I think it's this way, but it is whatever is in the official book that counts. Jessica Moretti and Jason Hasen are going to take this minute to talk it over amongst themselves, as the officials will also meet together and talk about what is at the table. Not good at reading lips. Obviously, it's a little bit too far to read lips. I don't really know what the issue is, but 3 minutes on the clock before halftime. Hopefully it'll be sorted out. Official goes and talks to Jason Hasen, so I think this is probably going to be an issue with Lyman, or has to do with Lyman. I'm not sure if we'll figure it out. I might try to run down at the halftime and talk to either the officials if they're on the court or the official bookkeeper if I can, and just ask what that was about. The winner on the board is a Haley Herford foul. Nobody else on the board right now, so if they changed it, we'll have to figure that out. Free throw is missed. Spring Yagi jumps in front of the pass and intercepts it. Gives it back to Smith. Smith misses that shot, and Bryce Hansen with a long interception. Hansen tries to throw it away, tries to throw it inside, and she throws it away. So 3 turnovers in just about 3 seconds there as Lyman missed a free throw and then turned it over off of the free throw, off of the rebound. Lyman missed a shot, and then an outlet pass went back to Lyman, and then Lyman threw out of bounds, and now we have a 2-point basket for Mountain View. So that breaks our 11-11 tie, and now it's 13-11. Mountain View with a lead of 2 with 2:30 to play in quarter number 2 in the first half. Spring Yagi up top, looks at the basket, wide open, passes up on that 3, or misses the 3, excuse me, after she shot it. And Allie Bugis comes away with it. Bugis up top. Haley Herford in the corner. Stevens trying to cut through the lane. Misses that shot. Mandy-Air with the rebound. Mandy-Air has it, working towards her right. Crossover dribble. Air. It's back to Spring Yagi. Back to Air. Bradshaw up top. Hansen in the corner with it. Reverses it to Air. Back to Yagi. Olivia Smith trying to post up. And a timeout by Jason Hasen. So we're going to take this timeout too on MyLocalRadio.com. Join us after this for the conclusion of the first half.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Rees Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Rees Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Rees Auto Service. Always visit Rees first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Rees Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
Back here from Lyman. Olivia Smith in the corner of the ball. Taken out of her hands by Harmon. Gets it back. Now Yagi has it up top on the right side. Over to Bryce Hansen. Bryce Hansen sees the rim. Tries to put it up on the rim, and she misses her shot wide. So here comes Mountain View. Not the shooting foul, or not a shooting foul yet. It is only the 5th on Lyman. Foul goes against Olivia Smith on that rebound attempt. So with 1:25 to play, Lyman will go back on defense. Mountain View has it on offense, going left to right. In the corner, Stevens gets back to Harmon. Harmon throwing it down low, intercepted by Olivia Smith. Over to Bryce Hansen. Bryce Hansen tries to launch it down the court. Instead, it's intercepted by Harmon, and here Harmon comes with a lot of energy, trying to push the pace. Instead, pace is slowed down in the half court. Haley Stevens winds up with a open corner 3 and misses that one. Bradshaw with the rebound. Bradshaw being defended by 2 Mountain View players, both Harmon and Stevens. Cannot stop Bradshaw. Bradshaw throws it down low, and Mandy-Air turns right into the defense. It's going to be a jump ball, which will give it to Lyman, or it will keep it with Lyman. 46.2 on the clock here in the first half. 13-11, Mountain View leads. Smith, from about 4 feet away, just kind of walked right into the lane, got an open shot, and missed it. Bradshaw defending on the left side. Harmon crossing over. Harmon gets it back out up top, looking for it in the corner. Gets an open 3, and she's got it. Charity Harmon, yes, sir. Charity Harmon having herself a night tonight on the Lyman Eagles senior night. She has 14 points. Bradshaw on the left side. Bradshaw steps back for 3. Wedgies it in there, and the rebound goes into the hands of Stevens. Stevens has that one knocked away. 6 on the clock. Bradshaw looks up. 4. She does not see it. Bradshaw with 2 on the clock. Going to have to pull up from long distance, and a foul was called. Is it going to be against Mountain View, or is it going to be against Lyman here? Officials will converge. It's either going to be 3 free throws or an offensive foul against Bradshaw. Bradshaw remains at the free throw line. And that's going to be a blocking foul as the half ends. So McKinley Bradshaw from way downtown leans into the defender, and she's got 3 free throws with no time on the clock. Bradshaw misses the first. She's got 2 more. Chance to go into halftime down by 3. Jessica Moretti still talking with the official at midcourt. Does not like that call one bit, and I don't blame her. Remaining unbiased between these two teams, but did certainly look like Bradshaw was bailed out there at the final horn. And Bradshaw nails 2 of 3 from the line. They're not going to put any time on the clock, it looks like. And we will go into halftime 16-13. Moretti slams a chair, and she will lead her group into the locker room Mountain View leads 16-13. Lyman trails on their senior night. They'll have to regroup and get back on track here in the second half if they want to win on their senior night in front of their home crowd. Join us after this for the MyLocalRadio.com halftime show, brought to you by MyLocalRadio.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Back here on MyLocalRadio.com for the MyLocalRadio.com halftime show, brought to you by MyLocalRadio.com. Lights have turned off for the halftime show here. The dance team here, I believe, that Lyman, if I'm not mistaken, is going to perform at the halftime break. But on the court, we've got an exciting one. 16-13 at the break. Charity Harmon, 14 of those 16 points in the first half, outscoring Lyman all by herself tonight. Charity Harmon with 4 threes, I believe, and then 1 layup where she drove down the lane after pump faking Lyman and making them commit on a shot. So with Lyman down by 3 here at the break, they got a little bit of a reprieve at the halftime break when McKinley Bradshaw got the ball with about 6 seconds to go, I believe 5 or 6 seconds, right across midcourt in the backcourt. And she just kind of was walking the ball across the line, and a bunch of these Lyman fans at home started screaming at her, saying, hey, get the ball across, get it, shoot it. You know, there's only 4 seconds on the clock before halftime. Bradshaw, I think she might have heard the commotion, looked up, glanced up at the scoreboard, saw, hey, I only have 2 seconds, and I'm about 40 feet away from the basket right now. So she just kind of sprinted towards the basket, ran into some trouble at the three-point line, and just kind of ran into the Mountain View defense. Mountain View defender plowed over, and Bradshaw, through that pure brute strength that she has and the athleticism that she holds, she was able to get a foul called right at the halftime whistle. The officials discussed it. Both teams did not know who the foul was on. Bradshaw was confident that it was going to be on Mountain View as she remained at the free throw line. Mountain View clearly upset at the call right at the whistle there. And Bradshaw got 3 free throws. She put up that shot that was well behind the line with time expiring in the first half. Definitely got the shot / the foul off. That was not in question. It was just whether it was going to be called a block or a charge. Obviously, some of the more difficult calls in all of basketball to make for the officials, so can't really blame them there. But I do feel like Lyman maybe escaped with one there and kind of got lucky at the halftime whistle that they got that call in their favor. So Mountain View, a little bit scorned at the halftime whistle perhaps, or at least maybe they will feel that way. But it has been a great first half. It was a great first half from the Mountain View Lady Buffs, leading 16-13 on the road here on Lyman's senior night. Meanwhile, Lyman will go into halftime break knowing that they can do better. Only 13 points in the second half, in that first half, and more in the second quarter than in the first. And that's something that they'll have to work on here in the second half. Obviously, Mountain View is a tremendous defensive team, but they know Charity Harmon, one player from Mountain View, is outscoring them all by themselves, all by herself. She has 14 points, and Mountain View obviously only has 13. Lyman only has 13 on the scoreboard. So Charity Harmon 14, Lyman 13. And after one half, We'll have to see how Jason Hasen and his group decide to rally together and stop Charity Harmon from continuing her dominance from outside. Mainly those 4 threes that she hit in the first half. So the Lyman Eagles and the Mountain View Buffs will pick it up here in the second half in about 5 minutes. The boys basketball team's warming up live on MyLocalRadio.com. They will meet in just about an hour or so. After the second half concludes here of this girls' game, the boys will have a short warm-up. I'll go down onto the court and talk to both coaches and see what they have planned for tonight. Should be a good one. Live on MyLocalRadio.com. The first time those two boys' teams will meet all season long, and it should not disappoint. So Mountain View leading this one by 3 at halftime, 16-13, with 4 minutes left before we resume the second half, or start the second half. Join us after this commercial break on the MyLocalRadio.com halftime show, brought to you by MyLocalRadio.com.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Franklin. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live.
Back here on MyLocalRadio.com, where the Mountain View Buffs and the Lyman Eagles are just about to start their second half. I believe there's going to be a bit of an announcement supporting the American Legion. That might be after the game. I talked to the secretary for the athletic director before the game, and she was telling me they're going to honor some of those members tonight. I think they're having all veterans stand right now and be honored. So Just before we begin our second half, live on MyLocalRadio.com, where the Buffs and the Lyman Eagles play, looking to gain conference supremacy as they meet for the first time in conference play. Just making sure my audio levels are all good here. As we start our second half, it will be Mountain View possession here to begin the second half, live on MyLocalRadio.com. 8 minutes on the clock, and we will start here with a Mountain View possession to start the third quarter, leading by 3. The Buffs going right to left on offense, wearing their black uniforms with the purple trim down the side. Lyman in the white uniforms, wearing the blue trim down the side on defense to open up the quarter. That is Haley Herford in the corner. Haley Herford over to her twin sister, Lindy Herford. Lindy Herford driving down the baseline, tried to throw it across the court, got it over to Allie Bugis. Lyman a second too late to rotate on defense there. Lindy Herford at the free throw line over to Charity Harmon. Charity Harmon drives in, gives it right back to Lindy Herford. On the outside, Allie Bugis. Allie Bugis over to Haley Stevens in the deep left corner. Stevens drives baseline and back to Haley Herford. So Mountain View has taken a minute off the clock here, has not shot the ball to open up the quarter. Maybe something Jessica Moretti spoke to her team about at halftime. You want the right shot. It's not about getting the quickest shot up necessarily, and a slower pace game might favor Mountain View as Lyman loves to run and gun and really get those transition baskets, especially from Olivia Smith, who loves to leak down the floor and find easy baskets, beating the defense down the court. So a minute and a half gone now. Mountain View has not shot the ball. They've had the possession for the entire quarter. On the outside, Haley Herford pulls up inside the three-point line, and that shot is missed, but the rebound goes to Lindy Herford on the other side of the basket. Lindy Herford puts up a shot, misses. Bradshaw with the rebound. Bradshaw baseball passes it down the court. Here is that offensive prowess for Mountain View, for Lyman, as they race down the court. I told you, Lyman loves to run and gun and get the ball up and down the court, so Mountain View had it for about 90 seconds, a little bit over 90 seconds on their first possession of the third quarter, and Lyman, their first possession of the third quarter lasted about 3 seconds as they got a rebound, launched it all the way down the court, and immediately went up where Spring Yagi is at the line. Yagi misses the first, has a chance for one more at the line. Yagi's second free throw is up and good. So Yagi 1 of 2, and a 2-point deficit for the Lyman Eagles. On a little bit of a run here, going back to the end of the first half. Lindy Herford with the ball in the deep left corner. Herford looks over towards her sister and gets it over to Haley. Haley on the right side, inside. Haley Stevens now. Stevens misses the shot long off the rim, but right there to grab it is Haley Stevens again. Throws it down low. Lindy Herford on the left side on the low block. Puts it up, gets a foul, and gets the basket, the hoop, and the harm for Lindy Herford as she gets another one at the line. With a chance to make this game once again a 5-point lead for Mountain View as they will have a free throw. And that is good. So Lindy Herford, a successful 3-point trip on the first scoring possession for Mountain View. Obviously not the first possession of the second half for them. 5:45 to play here in the third quarter. And Bryce Hansen loses it at midcourt. Here goes Bugis all the way down to the other side, and Bugis scores a layup. So Allie Bugis with a 2-point basket, and quickly that lead for Mountain View has grown to 7 now. 5:28 to play, quarter number 3. Back dribbling is Bradshaw over to Hansen. Hansen on the left wing for 3, misses that shot long. Rebound falls into the hands of Haley Herford, the defensive specialist for this Lady Buffalo team. Herford drops it back to Bugis, and back to Herford now on the left wing. Herford looking in the corner to the other Herford, Lindy Herford. Bugis up top, ball over her head, gives it to Harmon in the corner. Harmon had 14 first half points. Let's see if she can get going in the second half again. Bradshaw trying to get the rebound off the Haley Herford missed shot and cannot. Ball is reversed to the right side, now back to the left side. Haley Herford with Olivia Smith jumping at her on defense, can't get to it, and that shot is missed long, but Charity Harmon again with the rebound. And Charity Harmon On the drive, I believe a timeout has been called. So Jessica Moretti takes a full timeout. We're going to take this timeout too on MyLocalRadio.com.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Rees Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Rees Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Rees Auto Service. Always visit Rees first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Rees Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
Back here at Mountain View, or back here where Mountain View has a 7-point lead over Lyman on Lyman's home senior night. Obviously not the last game the Lyman Eagles will play at home. That is why it is only the girls' senior night. It is not the boys' senior night. But McKaylee Bradshaw will be going to a music conference, I believe was the name of it, a music performance or a concert, I'm not exactly sure, next week, a National High School Musical Choir concert. So she will not be here, so they wanted to honor all the seniors, and McKaylee Bradshaw actually got this start tonight on her senior night. Obviously checked out right away, cannot play on her knee, but good for her, very good for her to put the uniform on one last time in front of these home fans. She has certainly earned that right. Olivia Smith, hands above her head, calling for the ball. Bradshaw did not give it to her. Bradshaw instead is working towards her right. Bradshaw puts it up, and lays it in. Bradshaw with two more, and the Lyman Eagles have cut the deficit down to 5 now. 4:05 to play here in quarter number 3. Under 4 minutes to play in quarter number 3 now. 21-16 the score. That shot is up and no good. Olivia Smith with the rebound. Smith misses that, or Smith grabs the rebound, for Lyman. Now Lyman has it going left to right on offense, wearing the whites. Olivia Smith from downtown misses pretty badly there, and it is able to be picked up by Mountain View, and here comes Mountain View the other way. Mountain View going right to left on offense, racing it down the court. Haley Herford over to Stevens, back to Herford, just playing a game of catch between the two of them. 3:23 to play here in quarter number 3. Bradshaw defending up top, and that was Olivia Smith jumping in front of the pass to knock it out of play. 3:16 to play. Peyton Porter runs to the table to check in. Let's see who she comes in for. She'll come in for Charity Harmon, who was battling an illness last week. All good, 100%, according to Jessica Moretti, and she felt like 100% and then some in the first half, scoring 14 points for Mountain View in that first half. Charity Harmon, MVP so far. Bradshaw defending. Haley Stevens puts it up right over Bradshaw, and Haley Stevens scores. So Stevens gives Mountain View their 23rd point of the contest, and they lead 23-16. Bradshaw trying to answer on the other end, misses a long 3. And Spring Yagi fighting for the rebound, has it go off of her hands and out of play. So Mountain View has a chance to make it a double-digit lead here with a 3 ball from downtown. 2:50 to play, quarter number 3, 7-point lead for the Buffs, wearing the black, going right to left on offense. Nice backdoor cut there from Lindy Herford. Lindy Herford tried to put it up on the other side of the basket, but unfortunately for her, McKinley Bradshaw is on the other side of the basket, patrolling on defense, and just said, no, not today on that one. And she smacked that thing right back off the back of Herford and got a possession for Lyman. Spring Yagi over to Olivia Smith. Olivia Smith and Mandy Air on the right wing. Air back to Smith. Smith has her pass stolen away, and here comes Bugus the other way. Bugus cut off by Mandy Air. Mandy Air goes by her, and it's a 9-point lead for the Buffs on Lyman's home senior night. The Buffs trying to get a road victory and remain perfect in conference play at 3-0 on the season. And that one is stolen away on the inside entry pass. Here comes Haley Stevens. Haley Stevens coming down the court, gives it over to Haley Herford. Haley Herford driving down the right side of the paint, blocked. Herford is blocked. Here comes Bradshaw. Bradshaw through 4 defenders. She's not going to be stopped, and she goes all the way down the court, misses her shot, gets her own rebound, and she is fouled on the second opportunity. So Bradshaw swerving through about 4 defenders there, just beating the defense down there as she was quicker and more athletic than those players, and she was able to get fouled. First free throw from McKinley is no good. McKinley's got one more at the line. The foul, I believe the foul went on Lindy Herford. I actually did not look at the scoreboard before it disappeared. My apologies. 1:39 to play. Second free throw from Bradshaw is good. So Bradshaw, by Bradshaw's standards, which are very high, obviously McKinley Bradshaw putting up a 44-point performance earlier this season, kind of having an off game on her senior night. Charity Harmon in the corner, misses that shot. Here comes Cassie Nelson with the rebound, takes it out to midcourt, stops, gives it over to Air. Air with 1:20 on the clock, trying to get some air back into the building. Pardon the pun there, but Lyman trying to come back here from the 8-point deficit. McKinley Bradshaw down low, on the low block, scores. So McKinley Bradshaw, she's got 2 more. Bradshaw with the last 3 points for the Eagles, and it's a 25-19 game with 1 minute to play in quarter number 3. Nice pass there, nice bounce pass from Allie Bugis. Peyton Porter misses the shot. Bugis on the right side of the basket gets the rebound. This shot is missed. Bradshaw with the rebound. Bradshaw leaks it out over to Air. Air trying to go high off the window, no good. Bryce Hansen with the rebound. Bryce Hansen is fouled on her second chance opportunity, so she will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Bryce Hansen and the Lyman Eagles do not have 20 points on the board yet, but Hansen's got a chance to get him 20. Hansen, the best free throw shooter on this Lyman Eagles team at over 92%. And before I can even say that, she misses the first, so a very rare miss there from Bryce Hansen, the freshman for this Lyman Eagles team. And the second free throw is up and good. So 25-20, 43.9 on the clock before the third quarter comes to an end. Reminder to stay tuned for boys basketball action on this stream following this game. Lindy Herford drops it down low to Peyton Porter. Peyton Porter misses from in close again. A couple opportunities squandered there by Mountain View, and now Lyman's got a chance to make it a 1-possession game going into the fourth quarter. Instead, the ball is turned over. Here comes Lindy Herford. Lindy Herford 2-on-1 going down the left side of the lane. Bradshaw blocks her. Bradshaw is fouled. Bradshaw got the block, then had the ball and was fouled with 14.4 on the clock here in quarter number 3. So 25-20. Bradshaw will inbound 14.4 on the clock. Let's see if Lyman can get a shot up here before the end of the quarter.
Checking in for Mountain View's number 5, Sadie Mitchell.
Sadie Mitchell in the game for Peyton Porter for Mountain View. Mountain View extending their pressure here in the final 15 seconds. Bradshaw gets it back. Nice little give and go. Bradshaw cuts down, gives it over to Smith in the right corner. Got to have it for Lyman. No good. Bradshaw with the rebound. 5 seconds down low. Bradshaw puts it up off the window and scores. And that will do it for the third quarter of action here. And Mountain View closes the third quarter on a 6-0 run. And they have cut this thing down to a 3-point game, 25-22. We wouldn't have it any other way in the Bridger Valley battle for the Bridger Valley between these two teams. Join us for fourth quarter action following this.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
Back here at Lyman High School for the final quarter of action between these girls basketball teams. I say final quarter of regulation. You never know in the battle for the Bridger Valley if this thing will go to overtime. A 3-point deficit going into the final frame. Not out of reach here for Lyman on their senior night. at home. Mountain View trying to get a road victory and go to 3-0 in conference play, or divisional play, in the 3A Southwest Division. Bryce Hansen with the ball up top. Chance to tie the game for Lyman here, and they will not get it on this possession as Sadie Mitchell winds up with the ball in the corner. Sadie Mitchell not going to stop. Sadie Mitchell going all the way and nearly got the shot to go, but Sadie Mitchell was fouled, so Sadie Mitchell going to go to the line. Gotta love the aggressiveness there for Sadie Mitchell. Sadie Mitchell does not get a lot of time on the court, but she has really stepped up in a predominant role for this Mountain View Lady Buffalo team today, or tonight. And that will impress head coach Jessica Moretti as she got the ball in the corner, the deep corner, and then she just went all the way, kind of navigating her way through the defense, put it up, and was fouled. Sadie Mitchell, the junior, one more at the line after missing the first. Mitchell's second free throw is no good, and she fights for her own rebound. Instead, it goes into the hands of Bradshaw. Nearly an offensive rebound from Mitchell there. Bradshaw in the lane, puts it up off the window, and scores. And Bradshaw has cut this thing down to 1. So just when I said Bradshaw not having a McKinley Bradshaw game, she has maybe heard me all the way down on the court and picked it up. The intensity from McKinley Bradshaw and the rest of this Lyman Eagles team, much different than we saw moments ago in the middle of that third quarter when they trailed by 9. Foul on Mountain View here, an offensive foul on the rebound. Maybe an over-the-back foul or a pushing foul on the rebound. Foul goes against Sadie Mitchell. That won't make Jessica Moretti happy. Moretti telling her team to get ready on defense. Mountain View, active on defense, gets the steal. Harmon goes right around the official, who set a nice little pick there, and drops it down low. Lindy Herford scores. So nice job there from Mountain View. Kind of sensed that one coming. Mountain View pressuring in the backcourt. Lyman did not look too comfortable getting it across the center line and eventually turned it over, and it led to a layup for the Lady Buffs. 27-24, 6:40 to play. Lyman has it on offense, going left to right. Olivia Smith in the corner. Tries to get it back out up top. Does to Spring Yagi. Over to Bryce Hansen. Back to Bradshaw on the low block. Bradshaw, turnaround jumper, no good. And here comes the Mountain View Buffs going right to left. 6:20 to play. On the outside, Haley Herford cutting inside the free throw line. Gets it to the corner, and Cherry Harmon is blocked. So Olivia Smith, nice defense there, does not want to let Cherry Harmon pick back up where she left off in the first half with 14 points. Blocks that shot on the other end. Mandy Ayers, a 6-footer, is no good. Rebound goes all the way out top. Bradshaw, who else for the Lyman Eagles at this point in the season, at this point in the game? Might as well just call it the McKinley Bradshaw quarter for the Lyman Eagles, because it seems like the fourth quarter is always when she dominates the most. And she hits an outside three. Things are now heating up even more. Lyman a chance to take the lead on this possession after tying it up on the last. 27-27, 5:37 left in the game. Lyman, their senior night, both teams 2-0 in conference play. Looking to remain perfect at 3-0. One team will not be perfect. They will have a meeting in a couple weeks on a Thursday night at Mountain View. That'll be the last time these two teams meet this season. That'll be both of their last regular season games as well. Olivia Smith through a lot of contact, no foul called, misses the shot. Charity Harmon with the rebound. Harmon on the right side. Harmon backs it out towards midcourt, picks up her dribble, gets it over to Bugus. Bugus running the point. Jessica Moretti says, yeah, I want to talk it over. I want a timeout. We're going to stay right here. I think it is a 30-second timeout. If it is a full, we'll take. It is a 30-second timeout. So we're going to stay right here on MyLocalRadio.com. Thanks some of our sponsors for sponsoring us this season and advertising with us. Plains Tire, McKay Frankham, Yeti, Rocky Mountain Yeti, Reese's Auto Service, Pet Minerals Labs, Auto Farm at Castle Rock, Chevrolet, Evanston Regional Hospital, MyLocalRadio.com, Achieve Sports Medicine, and Wyoming Dental Specialties. If you would like to be an advertiser, please call our radio station KNYN 99.1 or KADQ 98.3 out of Evanston. And talk to Kayleen Anderson or Julie Burley. Excuse me. A little bit of a tongue twister. Julie Burley, and they will get you set up. We have some of the best people working out of our radio station, Cook Brothers Broadcasting, based out of Evanston, Wyoming. The nicest people. Trust me, you will get your bang from your buck. West Star Printing in Rocky Mountain sign. You see the banner on the bottom as well, Rocky Mountain Yeti. If you want to sponsor our scoreboard, we still have that available, right where that MyLocalRadio.com logo is. That shot is missed. McKinley Bradshaw with the rebound on the low block. Bradshaw pulls it down, slows things up. So Mountain View, a quick shot out of the timeout, can't get it to go. Mountain View will have to go back on defense here if they want to hold on to that tie game, not surrender the lead. Olivia Smith down low, misses the shot. Ball ping-ponged around, and eventually Haley Herford has it, coming across that center line. Haley Stevens looking to get a screen from Herford. Herford sets a screen. Instead, Stevens rejects it, goes down the right side, misses the shot. Bradshaw on defense. Some of the Mountain View fans thought that was a foul down low, calling out to the officials' ire. 4:18 to play here, final quarter. A couple possessions in a row without a basket. Bryce Hansen looking to change that, goes down the right side and scores. Bryce Hansen with 2 points. Bryce Hansen, the first time she has played in this battle for the Bridger Valley, being a freshman, at least on the basketball court, this is the first time. They met once earlier this season in a non-conference affair, so the first conference meeting between the two teams on the basketball court for Hansen. Sadie Mitchell on the low block. Pump fakes, goes up, and misses that one short. Chases down her own rebound and throws it off the foot of Lindy Herford right into the hands of Olivia Smith. And a timeout in the backcourt called by Jason Hasen. So with 3:40 to play here in the final frame. Let's see if this is a 30 or a full. Looks like a full. We're going to take this timeout on MyLocalRadio.com. Please join us after this commercial break.
Sometimes when you're shopping for a vehicle, you're not sure what you want, so you drop by and look at all the options. Other times you know exactly what you want. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, you can call us or schedule a test drive online. We'll have it ready when you get here. We're here to help you get exactly what you want on your schedule. So whether you want to browse or pre-schedule a test drive, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet is here for you. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Well, I hope you took your bathroom break at the last break, because we are back here. 3:40 left in the final quarter, in which should be an intense final 4 minutes of the game. And look at that, McKaylee Bradshaw is on the court once again for the Lyman Eagles. McKaylee Bradshaw played the first possession of the game before checking out. McKaylee Bradshaw tore her I believe it was tore her ACL and partially tore an MCL, but she's back out on the court, and she attempts a shot from the outside. Crowd wants it to fall, and it does not. So McKaylee Bradshaw nearly had, in what would have erupted this gym, a basket with 3:18 to play, and what could have been a big basket as well. On the outside, Haley Stevens misses that shot in the corner. Harmon chasing it down, and a foul is called in that corner. One of the fans right in front of us is doing their Go Big Blue chant here at Mountain View, or for Lyman, and he lost his voice in the middle of the chant. Big laugh going around as some of the fans turn to give him water. On the outside, 3 ball, and that is good. Haley Herford's got one from downtown. Haley Herford with a 3 of her own, and now Mountain View has the lead once again, 30-29 with 2:55 to play. The last whistle, McKaylee Bradshaw checked out, so I'm not sure if that was the final time we'll see her this season. But certainly a honorable and noble thing to do by Jason Hasen to put the injured McKaylee Bradshaw in on senior night. Haley Stevens in the front court with it, putting the shot up, and she is fouled by McKinley Bradshaw. Bradshaw went in on defense, thought she got all ball, and it was foul, a foul call. 2:30 to play in the fourth quarter. Haley Stevens at the line, and of note, that foul called on McKinley Bradshaw, that is her 4th. So Bradshaw cannot foul anymore in tonight's contest. If this thing goes into overtime or the remainder of regulation, or she will be done on her senior night. Free throw missed, pulled out. Charity Harmon from downtown misses the shot, and Spring Yagi with it. Bradshaw now has the ball, crossing that timeline. 2-point lead for Mountain View, not a secure lead, especially with McKinley Bradshaw stepping right into a three, and she gets it, nothing but net. McKinley Bradshaw is insane in the fourth quarter. Should not be a surprise if you watched our streams this season live on MyLocalRadio.com. But Bradshaw, she decided before she even got across midcourt that she was going to shoot it if she got an open three. Walked right into that one in a 32-31 lead. On the outside, Harmon driving through the lane, gets it up and off the window and good. 33-32, 1:40 to play. Bradshaw and Bryce Hansen in the backcourt. Taking it across that center line is Bradshaw. Bradshaw moving towards her right, crosses over, lost the ball, or she would have attempted a three. Instead, gets it back, shoots a three, no good. Olivia Smith with the rebound. Back to Bradshaw. Bradshaw in the lane, driving, misses the shot, gets her own rebound, puts it up again. McKinley Bradshaw doing it all tonight for the Lyman Eagles in the second half. Right when her team needs her the most, McKinley Bradshaw says, yes, I'm present, yes, I'm here. Charity Harmon trying to do the most for her team on offense. And a traveling violation called there as Haley Stevens lost it in her hands as she was about to drive and start dribbling with it. Mandier checking in. Confusion on whether a timeout was called. And a timeout is called by Jessica Moretti, the head coach of Mountain View. So 1:04 to play. Is it a 30 or is it a full? Looks like a 30-second timeout. So we're going to stay right here, take a deep breath. Maybe the last breath he'll get in as 64 seconds remain in this contest. 34-33. Top matchup in the 3A girls basketball classification here as the Buffaloes trying to get a road victory, trying to beat Mountain View for the second time this year. Lyman trying to get their first win over Mountain View in basketball. Obviously they beat Mountain View in volleyball about 5 or 6 times. I forget the exact number, but most of these volleyball girls do not forget. I dressed up tonight to the nines in a suit and tie, and some of the Mountain View girls are poking fun, asking me why I had a very light blue tie on tonight. And I said, okay, I understand your concern. I cover both teams, but this tie is very special to me. So I wore a very light blue tie tonight. I'll wear a purple tie when these two teams meet at Mountain View in a couple weeks. And they seem to agree with me on my thought process there. Bryce Hansen gets it, and Olivia Smith is fouled at midcourt. Only the 6th foul against Mountain View, so one more foul before they send Lyman to the line. Jason Hasen calling out who he wants to inbound. Bryce Hansen not going to inbound here. Might want the ball in her hand if Lyman is going to get fouled. Bradshaw coming in and loses the ball. Lyman was going to get fouled. They tried to get a little bit too cute there, and they throw it away. Here comes Haley Herford down the other way. Haley Herford drops it off to Bugus. Bugus back to Herford on the left side. Wide open, just challenging her to shoot it. She does, and she misses. And Olivia Smith with the rebound coming the other way. It's going to be a 1-on-1. So Lyman on the last possession with a 1-point lead. Tried to get too cute there. They tried to throw it in and then give it right back to Bradshaw, who's cutting towards the basket. Instead, the ball was thrown away in the paint. Giving it back to Mountain View. Herford was wide open. I think it was Bradshaw defending her, if I'm not mistaken. Bradshaw was about 5-6 feet away from her, just saying, all right, shoot it from out there. I don't think you can make it. She did shoot it, and she missed. Olivia Smith's got a 1-on-1. Smith misses the first. Bradshaw tracks down the rebound and gets it out to Hansen. Hansen going to be swallowed up near midcourt by Lindy Herford, and has that just fouled out Lindy Herford. She's going to the bench. That is the 5th foul on Lindy Herford. So Lindy Herford will check out for the final time tonight. Probably not how she wanted her night to end, but Sadie Mitchell will check in. So Mitchell in. Lindy Herford's night has concluded. 27.7 at 1-1. Bryce Hansen nails the first. I said a couple minutes ago, Hansen, a 93% free throw shooter coming into this game. Yes, 93. She missed one earlier tonight. Does not miss that one. Earns herself one more at the line. Second free throw up. Second free throw good. 3-point lead for Lyman. 36-33, 25 seconds to go. Bugis crosses midcourt, and a timeout is called by Jessica Moretti. We're going to take a short 30-second break here before this full timeout live on MyLocalRadio.com.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
The gym is quiet right now as Mountain View and Lyman still in the huddle. A full timeout gives us a second to readjust our timers. Get set for this final 30 seconds. Mountain View has the ball, down by 3. In the front court, they'll be inbounding right about midcourt. Mountain View going right to left on offense on this near side where I'm filming. Mountain View wearing their black uniforms with the purple trim down the side. Lyman wearing the white with the blue trim down the side. It's Hasen, Bradshaw, Olivia Smith, Spring Yagi, and Mandy Air on defense. Haley Stevens, Allie Bugis, Sadie Mitchell, Casey Bugis into the game for the first time, and Charity Harmon for Mountain View. It's 15 on the clock. Thrown across the court, and Bradshaw intercepts it. And with 11.4, I don't know why McKinley Bradshaw just did that, but Bradshaw calls a timeout. Looked like she could have wasted about 3 or 4 seconds off the clock had she just waited, knowing that Mountain View was going to foul her, but instead she called the timeout. Mountain View all fell back on defense, not realizing the score and time. They would have been in real trouble there had Bradshaw realized that the Mountain View Buffs need to foul her. So not a good pass. I believe that was Charity Harmon on the top right key. Tried to throw it across the court to the left corner right in front of that Mountain View bench. And the ball was intercepted rather easily, if I might add, by McKinley Bradshaw. Anytime you're trying to go cross court, usually not a great decision. Probably even a little bit worse with McKinley Bradshaw patrolling the paint like she usually does. And with the athleticism that she has, obviously a full scholarship to the University of Wyoming to play basketball next year, you can tell that she is really athletic, and she really just ball hunts sometimes, hunts the ball, and that's what she did there. She really wasn't guarding her defender. She kind of left her defender, saw the ball in the air, followed it, tracked it, and just like a defensive back, a safety in football, kind of just went right under it and snagged that thing out of the air for an interception. 11.4 to play. 8 fouls on Mountain View, so it'll still be a 1-1 if they're able to foul the Lyman Eagles here. See what the Lyman Eagles have drawn up. Inbounding underneath their own basket. That is Bradshaw. Michaeli Bradshaw. Michaeli Bradshaw not being fouled, and she runs over a travel. Michaeli Bradshaw, maybe a jump stop was needed there. She ran over the Mountain View player, and a traveling is called. Could have been called a charge. And McKinley Bradshaw checks out. McKinley Bradshaw, Cassie Nelson running to the table. Cassie Nelson, so Jason Hasen really trying to do the right thing and get Michaeli Bradshaw in the game there. I think the purpose was for her to have the ball and then get fouled, chance to ice the game at the free throw line on her senior night. But plans work a little bit better in your head sometimes than on the court when they need to be executed, and Michaeli Bradshaw could not stop in time before she ran over through the defender. Now, I'm just going to comment on this. I'm not trying to pull any sides. I'm not playing bias. McKinley Bradshaw just ran to the table and touched the table, signifying that she is entering the game. McKinley Bradshaw came out at the last whistle. She checked herself out of the game, or Jason Hasen checked her out of the game. You're not allowed to check out of the game and re-enter with no time coming off the clock. No time has come off the clock. I'm not sure if the officials are going to be able to catch that. That official right there should have realized that Bradshaw officially checked out. And Bradshaw comes back out on the court. So let's see if anyone from Mountain View realizes. Obviously not trying to pull sides, not trying to call out anything. I'm just saying, usually in basketball, you're not allowed to do that. So 7.5 to play. Mountain View down by 3. Bugis over to Haley Stevens for 3. She's got it! Haley Stevens! And that is a buzzer beater. The clock runs out, and we are headed to overtime here in Lyman. Haley Stevens, sponsored by Kodak. There's your Kodak moment, Haley Stevens. On the road, in the battle for the Bridger Valley, Haley Stevens steps up into it and says, I like myself a shining star. I like myself a moment. Haley Stevens sends us to overtime, 36-36. She made it with about 2.7 on the clock. They stopped the clock. They should not have stopped the clock. Clock does remain running in high school basketball. They quickly started it up again, and Lyman could not get the inbound in before the end of the game. So a huge shot there for Haley Stevens. Haley Stevens. Man, it is only right that we're playing overtime in the battle for the Bridger Valley. Holy cow, 36-36. Like I said before the game, if you know somebody that is interested in the Bridger Valley, lives in the Bridger Valley, maybe doesn't even care about high school sports, I need you to contact them right now. Call them, text them, Facebook them, Snapchat them, whatever you need to do, and tell them to turn on MyLocalRadio.com, because we've got a doozy. Man, we've got a dandy on the court in front of us. Lyman 36, Mountain View 36. Haley Stevens says, I'm not done yet. We're not done yet. I'm going to head out on the court and play some overtime. Four minutes on the clock. Jessica Moretti claps her hands together. Wants a nice effort in the final 4 minutes, possibly the final 4 minutes of this game. Bradshaw gets the tip from Nelson, being doubled. Over to Hansen. Hansen steps into a 3. Hansen's 3 is good! Bryce Hansen says, okay, Haley Stevens, you want to make this a 3-point shootout? I got it. 39-36. Interesting note, both Bryce Hansen and Charity Harmon finished 1 and 2 in the Flaming Gorge 3-point shootout about a couple months ago. Charity Harmon looks at the basket, ball fakes like she was going to attempt a 3. Charity Harmon did win that Flaming Gorge 3-point contest. You saw why in the first half with 14 points, and she makes another one, and she might be hurt. That might be a knee injury. She is coming up with a visible limp. Oh no, Charity Harmon went down with an injury there, holding the back of her knee. That is never a good sign. Trying to play defense. Mountain View is playing 5-on-4 right now. Charity Harmon trying her best. The officials whistle. Unkind. Mountain View going to spread it out, see who's going to guard, who Charity Harmon's going to guard, and they might just give her the ball and say, okay, we're going to play some 5-on-4. Hansen over to Air. Air up top. Once again, Charity Harmon injured on the last play. Shot no good. Rebound pulled down. Bugis. Bugis racing down the court. Pulls it out. Will Moretti take a timeout to get Harmon off the court? She will not. Action continues. In the corner, Haley Stevens. Haley Stevens misses. Rebound ping-ponged around down low, and a jump ball is called, and Mountain View's got the possession arrow. Harmon visibly frustrated at the injury. Looked like a knee, maybe. I did not really see. She had a runner from the right side of the basket, driving baseline, and went down in a heap afterwards. I'm not sure if she knocked knees or she landed awkwardly. Hopefully she is able to return. Allie Bugis throws the ball away, out of bounds in the corner. Mandy Air in the backcourt, running into some trouble, gets it over to Bradshaw. Bradshaw being defended by Kylie Dellinger. In the corner, 3-ball. No good from Spring Yagi. Rebound down low, Olivia Smith gets it out. Bryce Hansen back to Bradshaw up top. 2:08 to play in the overtime period. 38 for Mountain View, 39 on the board for Lyman. 3-pointer, Bryce Hansen's got it! Bryce Hansen from downtown! 6 points in the overtime period for Lyman, all off the hands of Bryce Hansen on 2 3-balls. Haley Stevens trying to answer. Back rims it, no good. Bryce Hansen with the rebound. Over to Olivia Smith at the free throw line. She loses it. Ball's knocked around, and Hasen took a nasty shot to the face of Bugis there. She gets up and shows good sportsmanship, wanting her to know that it was not intentional, just going for the ball, and their hand hit her in the face. So Mountain View quickly getting some of their players injured here in the overtime. Bugis defending with Haley Hereford. Remember, Lindy Hereford fouled out at the end of regulation. Foul goes against Mountain View, so it will be a free throw for Lyman. Olivia Smith's got a 1-and-1, only the 9th team foul, so a 1-and-1 for Olivia Smith. If she makes the first, she'll get another. Mountain View's got a box out here if they want to get the rebound. Bradshaw comes in, looked like way early, but they did not call it. The free throw is good. Have to be careful, McKinley Bradshaw, on that free throw. Just Moretti screaming from the backcourt that she entered the lane early. Have to wait until the ball touches the rim. Second free throw is no good. Bradshaw gets the rebound. Bradshaw down low in the corner. Driving baseline. Dribbles it out. Cassie Nelson from 5 feet away. Nelson rolls it in. The Lyman Eagles have a 7-point advantage here with 1:20 to play in the final frame. 1:15 to play. 45-38 in the corner. Haley Stevens trying to find some room. Gets it over to Casey Bugis. Casey Bugis over to Allie. Allie misses badly. Bradshaw with the rebound, loses it. Was it I think they're going to say a accidental whistle called by the near side official. I think he was anticipating a foul. Then the other officials looked at him and said, there's no foul there. And it will go back to Mountain View here. McKaylee Bradshaw back in, Mandy Air out. McKaylee Bradshaw playing defense. Ball inbounded to Stevens in the corner. Mountain View needs to score, down by 7, and they do not. Over to McKinley Bradshaw. McKinley Bradshaw in the backcourt, a timeout for Jason Hasen. So with a 7-point lead and 57.4 on the clock in the overtime period, we're going to take a short break on MyLocalRadio.com.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Back to action here from Lyman High School in the Uintah County, where Lyman looking to close out an overtime comeback victory. We are in the overtime thanks to Haley Stevens hitting a near buzzer beater 3. Bradshaw launches it down the court. Bradshaw going to the other Bradshaw. McKaylee down low, scores! McKaylee Bradshaw, and everyone is on their feet here in the home crowd. Bradshaw, McKinley diving after it in the corner. Bradshaw is able to keep it alive. A jump ball will give it to, can't see the possession arrow. It looks like it will be a Lyman ball. The crowd is on their feet. McKaylee Bradshaw scores on her senior night. Torn ACL, torn MCL, broken femur. It doesn't matter. McKaylee Bradshaw, give her the MVP. Might have been the only 2 points of the night for her, but it's the most important as she gives a huge hug to Jason Hasen. Jason Hasen puts 5 substitutes on the court. Might see the same from Jessica Moretti as she takes out the majority of her starters as well. So Lyman in the backcourt, 44 seconds to go with the ball, up by 9. Bryce Hansen. Up top, Hansen for 3, looking for another one. Can't get it to go. Rebound Mountain View. Here they come the other way. 30 seconds to go. Got to score quickly. Hansen fouls. Can't see the number there. It looks like Casey Bugis. So Casey Bugis got a chance to score some varsity points at the free throw line here as she drives down coast to coast and gets fouled on the shot. Probably know what Jason Hasen wanted from his daughter. Freshman player Bryce Hansen was to foul and give Mountain View a chance to score with no time coming off the clock. And unfortunately for Jessica Moretti and Mountain View, things just not going their way in this overtime period, and that is a perfect example right there as Casey Bugis misses the first. Second free throw, good from Casey Bugis. Mandy Ayer in the backcourt. Over to Hansen. Ayer and Hansen, the only starters in the game, or the only major varsity players for the Lyman Eagles in the game. Turnover in the middle of the paint. Casey Bugis with it. 47-39, Mountain View down by 8. 11 seconds to play. Ball knocked away in the corner. Lyman's got it. Leaking out. It's a 2-on-1. And Charlese Rose down low. Can't get it to go, but that will do it. And the Lyman Eagles are able to get a comeback overtime victory on their senior night. McKaylee Bradshaw played a couple minutes tonight and scored on her senior night. Big hugs all around. You could tell how much the crowd really appreciated Jason Hasen giving McKaylee Bradshaw some playing time with her devastating injury that took away her season earlier in what I think it was the first weekend of the basketball season. Mind you, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We've got a boys basketball stream starting up in just mere moments. 47-39. That's going to do it for our girls coverage as the Lyman Eagles walk away with an 8-point victory at home on their senior night. Join us after this for boys basketball action between the Mountain View Buffs and the Lyman Eagles, coached by former Mountain View coach Kevin Lueck. Dustin Rees, Kevin Lueck, going to be the coaches for the next game. Join us after this short break. I'm going to go down and talk to both coaches before the game, get their last-minute thoughts, and join us for pregame action on MyLocalRadio.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
done for us. Without their sacrifices, we would not be able to meet here today. One more round of applause for your Dustin to Bridger Valley. Now, would everyone please remain standing, remove your hat, place your hand over your heart, as Tracy Richards will sing the national anthem. Once again, one more round of applause for the veteran. Remember, there's a book sale out in the comments to support veterans of Cornwall. Thank you, everybody. There's a veterans only drawing out there in the comments. Please go sign up. Veterans only drawing.
once again, thank you for joining us. Starting lineups being announced for the varsity game. Let me just fix the camera, zoom in a little bit here before we start. Starting lineups being announced from Mountain View. Trenton Wells, Brigham Blue Mill, Braeden Walk, Kimball Madsen, and Colby Rees. The starting five for the Mountain View Buffs. And meanwhile, now the Lyman Eagles, not the senior night for the Lyman Eagle boys. They have another game against Big Piney, I believe, at home next weekend. So they will have their full roster, so they're playing their senior night on that night. So no surprise, the starting five for the Lyman Eagles: Andrew Housekeeper, Michael Kunzler, Andrew Housekeeper, Michael Dickerson, or Jet Dickerson, excuse me, Colin Rogers, and Lucas Hansen. So back here on MyLocalRadio.com, tip-off of boys basketball action. Mountain View and Lyman battle for the Bridger Valley coming up right now about now. Fans on their feet once again, ready for some boys basketball action. If you're just joining us, the Lyman girls, a comeback overtime victory right before this stream, right before this game happened. And Mountain View wins the tip to begin. So here comes Mountain View on the first offensive possession. Trenton Wells drops the baseline to Braeden Walk. Braeden Walk misses the shot from in close. And here comes Lyman now on their first offensive possession, looking to score. See McKinley Bradshaw in front of us with the balloon on her backpack, trying to get in the shot. Three-pointer from the outside, no good. Kimball Madsen, excuse me, with the rebound. And now Mountain View has it going left to right on offense once again. Live on MyLocalRadio.com. And a foul is called inside. 7:15 to play. First foul of the game is committed on, I believe Colin Rogers picked up his first. So 45 seconds in, still no score. But a foul against Rogers of Lyman. Mountain View has it once again in the front court. Trying to get on the board for the first time. Walk over to Wells. Wells up top. Colby Rees on the right side. Rees gives it back to Trenton Wells. Back over to Braeden Walk. Braeden Walk over to Trenton Wells. Trenton Wells dishing it to the corner where Colby Rees has it. Up top, three ball is no good. And here comes Michael Kunzler and the Lyman Eagles coming the other way, going right to left, and he scores. So first 2 points of the game, the Lyman Eagles have a lead at home in front of this large home crowd. Obviously, a lot of Mountain View fans have made the short distance, the short trip to the game tonight. From the outside, that shot is missed, but the rebound goes to Wells. Wells in the corner to Walk. Walk dribbling it back out up top. Over to Kimball Madsen. Kimball Madsen throws it down low. Trenton Wells puts it up, and that shot is no good. And heading to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws will be Trenton Wells. A foul called against Andrew Housekeeper. Trenton Wells, first free throw. Up and good. So Wells puts Mountain View on the board for the first time tonight. Lyman with the rebound. On the second free throw, miss. Kunzler grabs it, gets it over to Housekeeper. Housekeeper working the middle of the floor, looking to throw it all the way down the floor, and the ball is ping-ponged around. Eventually won by Lyman, and here comes Lyman. I believe they're going to call a foul on Mountain View here. Foul is on Mountain View. Colby Reese picks up what is his first foul of the contest. Mountain View still on defense here. Kunzler gets the ball up top. Kunzler loses it. Steal coming the other way. Kimball Matson, he loses it behind him, able to regain it. Throw it inside to the cutting. Who was that? Brigham Blumel. Brigham Blumel misses it from in close, and here comes Lyman the other way. Quick-paced action. Three-pointer from the outside, no good. Lucas Anson cleans up his handiwork down low and scores another basket. So Lucas Anson with the with the rebound off of the missed three, and he was able to rather easily get it in position to score. 4-1, 5:18 to play, quarter number one. Trenton Wells on the outside. Kimball Matson, right corner, three, no good. Brigham Blumel loses it on the rebound. Ball is knocked around, rolls around on the ground, and eventually a foul will go against Mountain View. So Lyman will have it once again here, a 4-1 lead for the Lyman Eagles in this battle for the Bridger Valley. As Lyman looks to cross that center line with it now. Camera seems to be malfunctioning. Just give me 1 second, I have to fix it. It's falling off of our tripod. Just give me 1 second to fix our camera issues. On the other end, it seems to be Braeden Walk with it for Mountain View. Once again, I apologize. Just have to fix our camera issues for 1 second. And that shot is good. So I apologize for the camera troubles we were having there. Camera was about to fall off the tripod, so I had to go fix it. Obviously, very expensive equipment. Don't want it just falling to the ground. Takeaway for Mountain View. Here they come the other way. Trenton Wells puts that shot up. No good. And I believe our camera issues should be resolved there. Fixing things on the fly. Not a handyman, but I do my best sometimes. And here comes Mountain View the other way, and that is a three ball from Kimball Madsen. Kimball Madsen gives Mountain View a lead. 6-4 lead here for Mountain View, as they lead by 2 in this contest. Early on, of course, Andrew Housekeeper camera is severely malfunctioning. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to take off my headset so I can try to properly fix this. Give us 1 second live on MyLocalRadio.com. I apologize.
30, Chip Dickerson. Ball out of bounds. Checking in for the Eagles, number 22, Colin Rogers.
Okay, I apologize for the long delay there of not speaking. I believe I have our camera issues resolved. I'm not exactly too sure on why my camera is acting the way it is right now. It seems to have a mind of its own. But the legs are not being able to stay up by themselves, so I'm just having to try to work through some things. I'm not a technician, as I said, so trying to work through it as you see. But I think this is good enough at this point. I'm sorry. Once again, live on MyLocalRadio.com. Back to action. Trenton Wells up top. Braeden Walk. Braeden Walk for three. No good. And down low, hitting the deck hard. A lot of oohs and ahs at that one is. I believe that was Brigham Blumel hitting the floor pretty hard there. So inbounding the ball up to the top in the corner, and a foul, another foul called here in the corner. As Mountain View will still have the ball here. Lyman commits another foul in the first quarter. 7-6 the score, 48.2 on the clock, as both Mountain View and Lyman looking to gain their footing here as we enter the final minute of play. Braeden Walk with the ball up top. Braeden Walk will take it out towards midcourt for a second. Reset some things. Dustin Rees calling out a play from the other side of the court. Mountain View going left to right on offense and looking to go into the second quarter leading here. They trail by one, 7-6. Mountain View down by one. Potentially the final possession of this quarter, however, as inside Hunter Meeks has it. Hunter Meeks turning around. No good on that shot. Here comes Lucas Hansen. Lucas Hansen pulls away the rebound. 15 on the clock here in quarter number one, and a timeout for Kevin Lueck. So a 30-second timeout for the Lyman Eagles. 11.6 on the clock, 7-6 the score. Announcing the veterans giveaway that they are having here. Obviously honored the veterans in between these two games in a nice little ceremony. Always a good job by Jason Hasen and the staff here of the Lyman Eagles. So we're just about ready to get set here to resume action. It is Lyman inbounding in the backcourt. 11.6 on the clock. Dickerson over to Anson. Anson throws it inside. Woodland turnaround jumper. Short rimmed it. No good. 1 second on the clock. Long three going to go up and well short. that is how the first quarter comes to an end. So join us for more action for the battle for the Bridger Valley, the girls' side of things, after this commercial break.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Second quarter action underway here. Lyman has it, going right to left on offense to start quarter number 2. Up top, Michael Kunzler with it. Kunzler moving towards his left. Gets it over to Housekeeper. Housekeeper stumped. Gets it back to Kunzler. Kunzler moving towards his right. Looking to go somewhere with it. Gets it over to Housekeeper. Housekeeper for 3, and he's got it. Andrew Housekeeper from downtown. And the score is now 10-6 here with 7:30 to play. In quarter number 2 before halftime here. Things starting to heat up between these two teams. On the outside, Braeden Walk, or Kimball Matson, excuse me. Kimball Matson in the corner, can't get it to go, and an over-the-back foul going to be charged on Hunter Meeks there. Meeks a little bit too aggressive. Sure, coaches for Mountain View might not be too upset that he went after that. Just a little bit too aggressive on that one, and second foul. Sometimes you can't fault a kid for going after a ball and trying to get after it, but sometimes it's a little bit too aggressive there. 10-6 the score, 7:02 to play. Three-pointer from the outside. Andrew Housekeeper heating up here. 6 points in the quarter has given Lyman a 7-point advantage. 13-6 now the score as Lyman, their largest lead of the night at 7. On the outside, Braeden Walk from downtown. He long rims that one, no good. Lucas Hansen comes in to grab that rebound and give it out to his teammate Andrew Housekeeper. Dickerson over to Housekeeper. Housekeeper back to Kunzler on the left side. Kunzler. And that ball is stolen away in the middle. Here comes Trenton Wells trying to navigate his way through traffic, and he does. And that's going to be a timeout for Lyman. So 13-8 the score. We're going to take a timeout out here on MyLocalRadio.com.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Rees Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Rees Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Rees Auto Service. Always visit Rees first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Rees Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
Back to action here from Lyman. Lyman has it in the backcourt, inbounding. 13-8 the score with 6 minutes to play. Lyman trying to cross midcourt with it. And they do. Jet Dickerson and Andrew Housekeeper up top with it. Housekeeper over to Kunzler. Kunzler inside. Colin Rogers pump fakes, drives down the lane, puts it up, no good. Down low, a foul has been committed against Lyman. I believe. Yes, a foul against Lyman there. You're watching this game live on My Local Radio. Thank you once again for tuning in. My name is Sean Bennett, bringing you live action from Lyman High School. Apologize for the camera issues I'm having this game. Obviously, camera or a equipment malfunction. Not much I can do about it, but I've tried to fix it live. Lucas Hansen with the rebound inside. 13-8, Lyman with the lead. Trying to beat the camera even down the court there, as we couldn't even pan the camera down there, and Kunzler puts it up, and Kunzler is fouled. So the Lyman Eagles putting together a nice offensive performance here through almost a quarter and a half here. See if they can close out this first half in the final 5:26. First free throw is up and good, so one more at the line here for Michael Kunzler. Kunzler, a senior. Obviously not senior night for the boys. It was for the girls because McKaylee Bradshaw will not be here next week when they play Big Piney at home. So wanted to get her in on the action. Nice show of support for the Lyman girls. 14-8 the score. Lyman leads up by 6 here. 5:15 to go. Ball thrown down low, and that shot is missed from in close. So 5:08 to play here in the second quarter, and it is a 6-point lead for the Lyman Eagles. That shot is put up down low, and a foul has been committed against Mountain View. So a 2-point shooting foul. We'll send Colin Rogers to the free throw line. Rogers looking to earn himself 2 more points at the line and give his teammate an 8-point lead if he made both. Foul goes against Kimball Madsen, his first. First free throw is up and good. Trenton Wells checks out. Colby Rees back in. So Dustin Rees trying to get his group ready and refocused, or I don't know exactly what the slow start has been for Mountain View, but this is a team in Mountain View that has started slow pretty much the entire season in first and second quarters. So not anything that Mountain View hasn't battled back from before, and they've come back from large deficits against quality opponents. So should not be a worrying point for Dustin Rees, but it's got to be worrying when your team's down 8 and throwing the ball away like that. Back to Mountain View, or back to Lyman. Here comes Lyman the other way. Andrew Housekeeper for 2 more. 18-8, Mountain View leads in this one. 4:30 to play before halftime. Dustin Rees' team still looking to get into double digits on scoring on the night. Prolific scoring offense of Mountain View held in check so far. Corner 3, no good, and the rebound goes out back to Lyman. So 4:16 on the clock here, and Colin Rogers is going to check out. Back into the game is, I believe that was Jacob Woodland checking in. Yes, it was. So Woodland throws it into Housekeeper. Housekeeper looking to cross that center line with it. Throws it to the free throw line. Woodland goes in the corner. Dickerson has it in the corner. Free throw line, Woodland. Woodland turning around. Almost slipped in the paint there. Instead finds Anson right underneath the basket, and Anson misses the bunny there. And here comes Mountain View going left to right on offense, wearing their black uniforms. Braeden Walk, Trenton Wells calling for it on the right side. Got it. Back to Walk up top. Walk going to test his range from 3 all the way around and out. Braeden Walk kind of looking at the rim as he trots back down the floor. What do I have to do to score here? On the outside, Jet Dickerson, that says that is what you have to do to score. And Jet Dickerson puts the Lyman Eagles up by 13. Dustin Rees walks out onto the court, says, yeah, I'm going to use a timeout here. We're going to take the timeout too on MyLocalRadio.com. Please join us after this commercial break.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
Stacy's Mom being played by the band. The song Stacy's Mom. Hit classic from my childhood. Lyman, a 13-point advantage, something maybe they're not used to at this point in their season. Up by 13 in the battle for the Bridger Valley over Mountain View. Mountain View is going to have to come back from a double-digit deficit tonight if they want to come back and win. Mountain View trying to go 3-0 in 3A Southwest divisional play in the 3A conference in boys basketball. On the outside, Trenton Wells moving towards his right. That is Hunter Meeks, or Brigham Blumel, excuse me. Brigham Blumel going through the lane. He misses the shot. A lot of contact. And the ball is out of bounds off Mountain View. Braeden Walk. A little bit frustrated, as some of these Mountain View players are. Obviously, you only have 8 points, and you've played 11 minutes, or 13 minutes, excuse me. You played 13 minutes, you only have 8 points. It's really not a good combination when you have more minutes played than points scored. And Mountain View is going to have to work out how to score here if they don't come back here in the first half. In the second half at the halftime break. Spinning down the lane, missed shot from in close, and a foul is committed as Colin Rogers goes after the rebound. So Colin Rogers can't get that shot to go, but he was fortunate enough to get into position and get himself an offensive rebound. Brecken Barnes checking in for Mountain View. As Brigham Blumel checks out with his second foul. 1-1 at the line. First free throw is good. Chase Richards checking in for Lyman. As Colin Rogers earns himself another free throw. Another opportunity to extend that lead. And he does. The lead at 15 for Lyman. Who would have thought? Lyman with 3 wins on the season. Up by 15 at home over Mountain View. Mountain View trying to get up in the top 5 in the rankings. A loss here tonight would not help their cause. Down low, Kimball Madsen gets a rebound, and Madsen's fighting down low. He gets fouled, and he will go to the free throw line. So Kimball Madsen works himself into position, gets the offensive rebound, and we'll go to the free throw line. Colin Rogers, by the way, picked up his second foul on that last play. So Rogers turns around and heads to the bench next to some of his teammates, as Kevin Lueck does not want him to pick up his third foul before the halftime break. 2:35 to play. One more free throw from Kimball Madsen. Madsen's second free throw, no good. Chase Richards comes in and gets the rebound. 14-point lead, 23-9, 2:30 on the clock before halftime. Mountain View has been stifled here on offense here in the first half. Kunzler drops it off to Dickerson. Dickerson at the top. Dickerson moving to his right, gets it over to Richards. Richards moving to his left. Richards picks up his dribble, gets it back to Dickerson. Dickerson uses a screen and clears out the Mountain View player, and I believe an offensive foul has been called, much to the dismay of the Lyman Eagle fans in the gymnasium. Didn't see it clear enough to make a call for myself, but I'll trust the official's call. An offensive foul against Jacob Woodland, his first. 2:10 to play before halftime. Braeden Walk making a cut, finds himself open at the three-point line, passes up on the shot, however, and it is an offensive set being run here by Mountain View. Walk up top, gives it over the left side to Rees. Rees over to Wells. Wells in the corner. Brecken Barnes with it. Brecken Barnes' pass is knocked away, and Kunzler chasing after it gets called for a foul. A little bit too aggressive there as he ran into Trenton Wells. Trenton Wells was going after the ball as well, and Kunzler just kind of ran into him. So a 1-1, as that was the 9th team foul on Lyman. So for the remainder of the half, the Mountain View Buffs will be shooting 2 shots on every foul. First free throw is no good. So the front end of the 1-1 is no good from Trenton Wells. And Lyman gets the rebound. So a one and done there for Mountain View. Here comes Lyman. Woodland, three-pointer, and that rolls around no good. Anson fighting for the rebound down low, no good on his second chance opportunity. Mountain View comes away with the rebound. Now they have it going left to right on offense once again with 1:20 to play here in quarter number 2. Battle for the Bridger Valley going the way of Lyman so far. The girls won earlier tonight in overtime. The boys are doing all their best to keep Mountain View suppressed on offense. 23-9. That shot is missed from the corner. Lyman with yet another rebound, and with 1 minute to play, let's see if Lyman speeds it up or slows it down. And as I say that, they drive in and draw a foul, so the foul will send, I believe that was Housekeeper, to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. It was not a shooting foul, but it is the 8th team foul on the Mountain View Buffs. So a 1-and-1 for Andrew Housekeeper. Housekeeper, usually a good free throw shooter for this Lyman Eagles boys team. Kind of have to be a point guard. Obviously, high school might be a little bit different. Not expected to do as much as, say, the college or the pro level, but usually you always want your point guard to be a great free throw shooter because at the end of the game, there's a great chance that he'll have the ball in his hands when the other team's looking to foul if you have a lead. First free throw is good, so he earns himself another. Housekeeper, chance to make it 25 on the night for the Lyman Eagles. And he does. A 16-point advantage. I feel like I keep on saying this, but that is the largest lead for the Lyman Eagles. That has just been continued to be extended here as the Lyman Eagles have found it pretty easy on offense tonight. The Mountain View Buffaloes quite the opposite. They have really had to work for all their points tonight. That is Braeden Walk up top. Walk from about 25 feet away. Gives it to Wells. Wells over to Ashton Schofield in the corner. Back to Walk. Walk, a 20-foot three-point shot. No good. Schofield goes after the rebound down low and gets it. Goes up for the shot and is fouled. Foul on Lyman here. 25-9. 39.6. Ashton Schofield going to the line. Not that it would have mattered, but it was a shooting foul. The 10th foul on the Lyman Eagles, so 2 shots either way, but the foul goes against Kunzler, his second of the first half, so they'll send Housekeeper up off the bench to talk with his, to check in for Chase Richards, I should say. Sorry about that. $39.6 to play, 25-9 the score. And that free throw is up and good, so Jet Dickerson with the basket there. 35 seconds to go. A 15-point lead for the Lyman Eagles at home in this one. Jason Hasen up here. We'll talk to him at a halftime of this game. Obviously, a big win for his program tonight to remain 3-0, or to get to 3-0 and perfect in conference play. Final 30 seconds of action. We're going to hop right into that interview after this first half concludes. So remind you to stay tuned. Instead of taking a break right at the halftime whistle, we're going to talk with Jason Hasen, head coach of the Lyman Eagles girls basketball team. A big overtime victory tonight. First free throw on the 1-and-1, missed by Jet Dickerson. And here comes Mountain View the other way. Corner 3, Colby Rees sends it over the backboard, and they're going to call that out of bounds. Yes, they will. 22.3 on the clock here. Bradshaw and Housekeeper in for the Lyman Eagles on this last possession of the first half. A 25-10 lead could not have been drawn up any better by Kevin Lueck, former Mountain View coach, now at Lyman, and he has been coaching himself a doozy tonight. That one's deflected off the backboard, and here comes Mountain View. Now Mountain View has a chance to cut into the deficit for halftime. Walk, steps back, decides to drive in, drops it down low. Lay-in is good from Brecken Barnes as the horn it goes for halftime. 25-12. That is the first half from Lyman, where the Lyman Eagles lead by 13 at the break. Stay tuned right now. We're going to have an interview with Jason Hasen. Just give me a minute to set this thing up, and we will join us on MyLocalRadio.com. So do not go anywhere. In a moment, I will have Jason Hasen on a mic. Just got to get him the mic, and we will start the interview. Headset or mic? Headset or handheld? Headset.
You're fine. It's a little warm up here.
All right, hello, Coach Jason Hasen with us for the Lyman Eagles girls basketball team. Now, head coach Jason Hasen, obviously a comeback overtime victory tonight. Did not look like it was going to go into overtime for a minute there, and then Haley Stevens stepped up, hit a big shot from Mountain View. What are you saying to your team at halftime, or at the end of the regulation, I should say there, when obviously Mountain View, not a buzzer beater, but pretty darn close. Was that anything where you had to tell your team and say, hey, let's focus up again, or is that just all your senior laden team?
No, I really thought that I was kind of I made a coaching blunder tonight, and I should have fouled with about, we had only 14 fouls, and they had 7 seconds to get a shot off, and I could have probably fouled 2 or 3 times, but I was so kind of concentrating on getting McKaylee a bucket, I wasn't even really paying attention to the game that much, so.
Now, obviously, you mentioned you had, I think, 4 or 5 fouls at that point. If you had 6 fouls, would you have fouled and put them on the free throw line, or is that something you do not believe in as a coach?
No, I think they need to make the shot. I don't really believe in that. I don't know. Sometimes I roll the dice, Sometimes I'll be like, yeah, let's foul. Sometimes I don't. But I think it's hard for kids to make that shot. And that was a great shot by Stevens, and, give her all the credit for making it. But, I was proud of my team because in the fourth quarter, that was our best basketball. We passed the ball well. People made big shots, and we were able to pull away.
Now, obviously, with the injury to McKaylee Bradshaw earlier in the season, was that something that you had planned on doing and getting her some extra minutes? Obviously, with the injury, you can really tell how much it meant to her on the court and how much it really meant to those fans, because I think every single person in the gym was on their feet after she made that basket. Was that something that I know you just mentioned a minute ago, was that something really you wanted to do for her on her senior night here?
Yeah, win or lose, it wasn't the purpose of the game for us. It was to get McKaylee have a good memory instead of the one she had when she hurt her knee. So that was the most important thing to us tonight as a team, and for her to score that, and she goes into surgery here in about a week and a half, and I think she'll always remember that, and it's just, I'll always remember it forever. So
obviously a big moment for her, and the biggest hug on the court after she made the basket at least went to McKinley Bradshaw. How special is that bond that she has with McKinley? Obviously you're the coach, so maybe you don't know the family ties, obviously, but on the court, how could you tell that McKinley was really happy that McKaylee got that basket? Because it really seemed like everyone on the court was trying to get McKaylee that basket as well.
Yeah, she was the first one to want to check out so that McKaylee could get in the game, and I'm like, no, you stay in there. And but those two care about each other a lot, and they don't always show it to each other, but they love each other. They're cousins, and but they really care for each other, and they do anything for each other.
Now, obviously, as a coach, I'm going to ask this question. How do you think your team played tonight? It was a little bit of a slow start. I think you can admit that. Charity Harmon went off in the first half with 14. Was that something where you looked at the scoreboard, you're down 16-13, you were like, hey, Charity Harmon's got 14 points. She's outscoring us by herself. Can we play some defense on her? Or?
Yeah, we were, I think, just a little too amped up. We were too, I don't know, too going. McKinley was a little upset before the game, and I think she was trying to, say, I'm going to beat you guys by myself right now, and we talked at halftime and said, hey, let's move the ball a little better, and we can get better shots, and you need to shoot it in rhythm, and as soon as is in the second half, we moved the ball around, and someone threw it to her, and she was in rhythm, and she banged that 3 down, and I was like, there you go. That's what we want, And so it was just about, this kind of game, every kid's nervous. Every kid is, it's the whole community's watching, and so it's tough.
So, obviously, a big win for your team tonight, obviously to beat a very talented Mountain View program as well. But you're number 3 in the rankings. You might move up to number 2 after a win like that. But more importantly for you guys in the near future, that solidifies your place as number 1 in 3A Southwest Divisional play. Obviously, you have to go to Mountain View later in the season, but you know as long as you take care of business next week against Big Piney and Pinedale, you'll have a chance to be tied with them at the end of the season in divisional play. Is that something that you're really proud of your team and your team is happy about, to get another divisional win? It never comes easy in the division, no matter who you're playing.
Yeah, I think this is probably our 6th year going into a regional tournament, with a chance to be the number 1 seed. And so I'm proud of our program and our girls, and it'll be, Mountain View is going to be tough at their place. It's going to be a tough game. And so, I kind of told our girls it doesn't really matter our seeding. We're just going to go play at regionals, and the last couple years we've really worried about regional seeding, and for some reason it's went against us every year for some reason. And so just
obviously, especially in the Northwest, that division is so up and down that quadrant, where it seems like any team, it's not locked in that Lander's going to be the number 1 team. So even if you're trying to play it for matchups, it seems like at the end of the season you might not even get a matchup you necessarily want, just based on the seeding.
Yeah, because I was thinking this year Powell would be the best team up there, and they get beat by Lander, and so I'm thinking now, well, if we go in number 1, we're going to have Powell on our side of the bracket, and so it doesn't really matter. We'll go up there and play and just try to win. So
you have a weekend to rest now. You're back at it on Friday against, I believe it's Big Piney, right, on Friday, and then Pinedale on Saturday. That will be your that'll be the boys' senior night. Obviously, you had your senior night tonight, but that is truly the last time that these seniors will walk out on the court. Obviously, you're not going to have the show of the girls coming out of the court getting hugs before the game. Do you think that will be another instance where your team might be a little bit too amped up, or are you?
No, Big Piney's not as the caliber of Mountain View, and we'll play relaxed and have fun and just make it kind of more of a fun game. But really proud of our boys tonight, man. They're playing great defense, holding a pretty high caliber Mountain View team to 12 points and a half. That's impressive. So I'm really proud of our boys right now.
Yeah, certainly a great first half coached by Kevin Lueck. We'll see if he can really continue that in the second half. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Jason Hasen, head coach of that Lyman Eagles girls basketball team. Catch all their action next week, Friday and Saturday, live on MyLocalRadio.com. We're going to take a commercial break. Join us after this.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Hello all, Dr. Dog here. I want to talk to you about PetMinerals.com. By merging the highest quality veterinary grade ingredients with highly advanced mineral technology, PetMinerals.com produces the most innovative pet supplements on the market. The supplements focus on specific needs like hip and joint, digestive, and overall diet. You and I both know a healthy pet is a happy pet. Show your pets how much you care. Order them supplements today at PetMinerals.com.
Back here at Lyman High School, where the Lyman Eagles have a 25-12 halftime lead. It will be Mountain View possession going right to left on offense. Right away we're going to start. No waiting around. Just how we like it here. 8:19 local time here out of Lyman, Wyoming. Ball is knocked away out of play. will remain with Mountain View here to begin the second half. Mountain View down by 13. Let's see what Dustin Rees and his coaching staff have drawn up at the halftime break. Only 12 points for such a prolific, high-scoring offense, an offense that averages over 60 points a game. Kevin Lueck has their number, it seemed, in that first half. 25-12, 7:35 to play. First possession of the second half. Kimball Madsen looking to go somewhere with it. It's Trenton Wells. Trenton Wells in the corner now after Walk passed it to him. Back out up top. Mountain View trying to get the right shot to start the second half here. 40 seconds in, ball knocked away. Kunzler chases after it. Kunzler not able to get it, and eventually it is Housekeeper getting it, and Housekeeper draws a foul on Mountain View. So thank you if you listened to that halftime interview with Jason Hasen, winning coach from the girls game earlier today. Had Jessica Moretti won, I would have tried to get Jessica Moretti up here, but unfortunately for them, Mountain View suffered their first conference or division defeat earlier tonight at the hands of Lyman. From the outside, Housekeeper trying to remain hot from the first half, misses his first shot of the second half. 1 minute and 5 seconds into this second half, and that shot down low is missed as it looked like, I think it was Brigham Blumel lost it on his way up to the basket. 6:45 to play. Jet Dickerson on the right wing. Dickerson for three. He's got it. Jet Dickerson, a 16-point lead for the Lyman Eagles. Lyman Eagles only have 3 wins on the season, but don't tell them that at this point because they're playing like they have 30 wins on the season. Or 13, whatever number you want to correlate that to. But on the outside, Braeden Walk trying to get his team to come back. Misses the shot. Rebound falls down low, and that shot, or a foul is called underneath the basket. I think it will go against Lyman. So first 3 points of the second half went to Lyman, a Jet Dickerson 3 from way downtown on the right wing. And Housekeeper picks up his third foul, the first foul for Lyman in the second half. Down low, scooping it up and scoring is Kimball Madsen. And he has Mountain View's first 2 points of this second half. 28-14, 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Going up, short-rimmed it was Kunzler. Kunzler going to go back on defense here as Trenton Wells comes away with it. Wells trying to drive down the right side of the left side of the court. Switches it to the right side where Braeden Walk has it. Braeden Walk back up top with it. 14-point advantage for Lyman here. 5:43 to play. Down low, that is Hunter Meeks, and Hunter Meeks scores. So, and immediately off the inbound pass, Kimball Madsen scores. So Kimball Madsen snaking through the defense there, snaking through the offense, and just jumped right in front of the inbounds pass. Kevin Lueck is heated. He does not like that effort from his team. Just to lazily throw that ball in and allow Kimball Madsen to get 2 quick points. So it is 28-18 the score. 5:32 to play here in Lyman, Wyoming, where the Lyman Eagles, maybe not the best team per se, at least record-wise in the 3A classification, but they're looking like world beaters tonight because they are up mighty Mountain View. Mountain View trying to come back, however, so do not count them out just yet. Obviously a lot of game to play, and Lyman will have to try to fight back and see if they can pull out a victory tonight against a very talented Mountain View team. Back underway here in the third quarter. 5.5 minutes to play. 28-10. 4-0 run there for Mountain View. Able to cut this thing to 10. Let's see if they can play some defense and get any closer. In the corner, Dickerson with it. Dickerson back up top. Nearly taken away there by Braeden Walk. Active hands on defense. Could not get to it quite in time. And the ball is knocked away this time. And here comes Kimball Madsen. Kimball Madsen trying to initiate the offense. And a blocking foul is called. That is Andrew Housekeeper who hits the deck. If that is on him, that will be his 4th And it is. So Andrew Housekeeper picks up his 4th foul with 13 minutes and 7 seconds left in the game. Andrew Housekeeper, one of the main factors, the main squeeze for this Lyman Eagles boys team, will have to sit on the bench here with 4 fouls for the foreseeable future, maybe the rest of the quarter at this point. That shot is missed from outside, but Brigham Blumell coming up big down low to grab the rebound. Trenton Wells on the left side now. Over to Braeden Walk. Braeden Walk pump fakes, drives through the lane. Up on defense there was Colin Rogers. And the Lyman fans do not like that call at all, and I don't blame them. Colin Rogers just literally had his hands straight up in the air. You are allowed that position on defense to play defense. Obviously, maybe the officials saw something different, but some of these fans here up at the top of the bleachers where I'm positioned do not like the call, and they're being very, very vocal about the fact that they don't agree with that. First free throw is up and good for Braeden Walk, so we'll get another here. 28-19 the score. Walk's second free throw on the way, and that is good. So Braeden Walk trims the deficit to single digits for the first time in the second half. Lyman's going to need to be really careful from here on out without Andrew Housekeeper on the floor with 4 fouls to try and navigate their way through this lead and maintain that lead. Chase Richards on the right side. Gives it baseline to Anson. Anson back up top to Dickerson. Dickerson with 4.5 to play. Foul is committed 25 feet away from the basket there. And Lyman will inbound on the side. That is Kimball Madsen's second foul of the game. So no need to worry about him in foul trouble just yet with 4.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Dickerson walks it across the center line. Chase Richards trying to cut in from the corner. That is Jacob Woodland. Woodland over to Richards. Richards behind the back dribble. Going towards his left. Gives it back to Kunzler in the corner. Dickerson a 3. No good. Rebound fought for down low. A whistle is blown. It is, thought for a second might be a foul, but it's just out of bounds, and it will remain with Lyman here. So an 8-point lead under 4 minutes to play in this third quarter. Richards in the corner, wide open, shoots it, and he nails it. Chase Richards says, hey, show me some respect. I deserve to be guarded from that distance. Although if we're up to him, he would probably prefer if he was unguarded on those 3-point attempts. 31-20, 3:40 to play, and that is out of bounds. It will remain with Mountain View here. Inbounding underneath the basket is Kimball Madsen. Kimball Madsen throws it to an open Hunter Meeks, and it can't get much easier than that for Mountain View as they score that 2 points without even having to really do anything. Inbound right underneath the basket, and a basket for Hunter Meeks. Good job, though. And here's the steal coming the other way. Kimball Madsen. Kimball Madsen goes up, and a foul is called on Michael Kunzler. Kunzler looked like he was going to try to take a charge and then kind of bailed out at the last second and was still in the area. So when Madsen made the contact, it was a foul. It's one of those where you tell Michael Kunzler, either commit and take a charge or just put your hands straight up in the air. You're allowed that defensive guarding position, so it should not affect if that's a charge or a block. 2:22 to play. That was the third foul, by the way, on Kunzler. He remains in the game, however. Rogers back in. Jet Dickerson up top for the Lyman Eagles. Second free throw, rims out. Colin Rogers with the rebound. And an 8-point lead for Lyman. So Lyman escapes there. Up by 8 here with 3:14 to play here in the third quarter. Going down the lane, Joseph Turner, a lot of contact, no foul called. The fans here getting awfully feisty for Lyman, and it leads to another layup on the other end. So Mountain View trying to come back here. They're down by as many as 16. They have cut it down to 6 here with 2:55 to play, and a foul committed about 40 feet away from the basket there, as Chase Richards had it at the midcourt line and was fouled. That is Kimball Madsen's third foul, and he will solemnly walk back towards the bench there. Dustin Rees does not want him picking up his fourth before the end of the quarter. Reminder, Andrew Housekeeper picked up his fourth foul minutes ago and has not been in the game since, coinciding with this run for Mountain View. But nice job there to quell the run for Joseph Turner. Turner just kind of leaned back and put it up off the glass. That's what it's there for, folks. Use it to your advantage. He did, and he scored. 8-point lead, 2.5 to play in this third quarter. Walk cutting down the lane. Shot rimmed out. That is Michael Kunzler with the rebound. Kunzler trying to go coast to coast. He loses it, regains it, and puts it up and in. Michael Kunzler gets it to go. And back to a 10-point lead with 2:15 to play. Crowd going back and forth, cheering after every basket here. A lot of Mountain View fans, even more Lyman fans in the Lyman home gymnasium. Lyman wearing the home whites, Mountain View wearing their black uniforms. Mountain View going right to left on your screen on offense. Lyman going left to right. Mountain View with it, crossing the court. And a foul is called. I believe it's going to go against Lyman, and that's not going to please any of the fans here. Fighting for position down low. The foul called against Joseph Turner, his third. And more of note than Turner's third foul would be that's the fifth foul against Lyman here in the second half. So have to watch out for that as far as free throws go. Mountain View might have an opportunity to come back in this game from the free throw line. So they are nearly in the bonus here, and we haven't even hit the fourth quarter. Walk back out up top. Trenton Wells looking for it all, can't get it. Ashton Schofield looking for the rebound. Had it rocket off his hands and out of play. 35-25, 1:47 to play in this contest. Chase Richards goes to the free throw line. Rogers back out. Back to Kunzler up top. Kunzler with it. Final 90 seconds of this third quarter. Rogers fighting down the lane. Ran into Hunter Meeks, and I believe that's going to be a foul on Hunter Meeks, as he was kind of surprised at the speed that Calvin Rogers showed getting to the basket. And the foul does go against Hunter Meeks, his third. The fourth against Mountain View here in the second half. So both teams fouling a lot in this quarter. 9 combined through the first 6.5 minutes of the second half. First free throw up and good. One more for Rogers. Chance to make that lead 12 once again. So every time Mountain View seems to maybe make a run towards getting this thing close, Lyman is right there to respond. Lyman responds here with an offensive rebound. I believe that was Schofield who hit the deck, unfortunately for him, leading to a Michael Kunzler offensive rebound. 1:15 to play here in the third quarter. Lyman up by 11, looking for more. Kunzler throws it all the way out. Dickerson, no hesitation, misses the three. Tapped out to Ashton Schofield. Here comes Mountain View going right to left on offense. Braeden Walk crossing it over, looking to get it over to Wells. Wells, Brigham Blumel fighting Luke Sanson down low for position. Did not feed it inside. Instead, it goes, attempted to go to Meeks, but it was intercepted. Nice shot from Lyman to step right in front of that pass. Read it like a book. 44 seconds to play here in the third quarter. An 11-point lead for Lyman. They play their cards right. They could be up by double digits going into the final frame. Anson, cross court, pass to Dickerson. In the corner, Rogers back over to Richards. Richards started to move before the ball was in his hands, and a foul is committed as he gets around Trenton Wells and hits the deck. Trenton Wells doesn't like the call, but pretty obvious call as Richards tried to go around him, and he kind of hip-checked him to the floor. That is only the first foul on Trenton Wells, so no foul trouble for him, but it is the fifth foul on Mountain View, and with 25.8, Hunter Meeks checks out of the game. So let's see if Lyman makes this the last possession of the third quarter with an 11-point lead. I would not be surprised if that is what Kevin Lueck wants from his team, but instead it's turned over at midcourt. Numbers the other way. Trenton Wells coming down the lane. He scores, and he is fouled. So Lyman had a chance to go up into the fourth quarter up by double digits. They had the ball up 11 with the final 25 seconds to play, but they turned the ball over, and to boot, they also committed a foul on a made basket, a 3-point play. So Lyman up by 8. Could this be the final possession of the quarter? 12 seconds to play. Lyman needs to get it across. Cross-court pass goes to Richards. Richards drops it down low. Rogers is fouled, and he scores. Colin Rogers, a big hug to Lucas Anson there. Nice job by Chase Richards. Didn't look like the pass was going to get to him. Cross-court pass nearly intercepted by Mountain View, but instead, because they went for the steal, left him out of position. Chase Richards, smart play to drive down the lane. There's one defender in there, two bodies, and he had to guard somebody, leaving Anson open, or Rogers open, and he missed the free throw, but he made the first 2 points. 10-point lead, 3 seconds to go. Outside three at the buzzer, no good. Lucas Hansen with the rebound at the end of quarter number 3. It is a 10-point lead for the Lyman Eagles. Can they finish this thing off? 38-28 at the end of the third quarter. Join us after this commercial break.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live.
Well, during that break, we had a large standing ovation, a loud standing ovation for Chuck Brumbaugh, the band director in the corner wearing the maroon shirt with his back towards us. He was recognized. They took him out to center court. This is his final performance as band director for Lyman. And it was nice to see because the entire Lyman fan base stood up, gave him a standing ovation, and then and that is a 10 seconds. I was waiting for them to call it there as Lyman had the ball to start the quarter, so it's pretty easy to see. They had until 7:50 to get the ball over, but a 10-second violation called because they didn't get the ball over. They inbounded in the backcourt and just failed to get it across the center line. Officials might be changing the clock to 7:50 as they gave them 13 seconds to get it over before the whistles blew. But anyway, as my point was going on, Chuck Brumbaugh, band director at Lyman for many, many years, giving his final home performance in front of this Lyman crowd. And even the Mountain View fans rose to their feet and gave him a standing ovation. So it's always nice to see the communities come together. Even the Mountain View fans appreciated his service, his support to the Lyman community for many years. Kimball Matson cutting through the lane, and he supports the Lyman, or the Mountain View score by getting 2 more points. And this lead back to 8 for Mountain View, or for Lyman, excuse me. The deficit at 8 for Mountain View with 7:18 to play. Chase Richards at the free throw line gives it to Rogers. Rogers back out. Dickerson, no hesitation. 3, no good. Long rebound goes to Rogers at the free throw line. Rogers coming around, and a charging violation going to be called there as he ran over the Mountain View player on that one. Maybe if you had it over to do again, he would have done a floater or pulled up just about a half a second earlier before plowing over the defender in the paint. 38-30, Lyman up by 8. Mountain View a chance to make this a 2-possession game here in the fourth quarter. Trent Wells over to Kimball Madsen. Madsen in the corner. Walk, open 3. Can't have that if you're Lyman, but Mountain View loves it. A 3 for Braeden Walk. 38-33, 6:45 to play. Chase Richards over the center line. Have to see how long Housekeeper sits out with those 4 fouls. Picked up his 4th about, I think it was 4 or 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. His team only up by 5 now. Could it be even less than that? Braeden Walks runner, no good. Anson with the rebound down low, rips it around. Dickerson with it. See if Lyman is able to cross the center line before 10 seconds here. Dickerson does get it over to Chase Richards just in time. 6:15 to play here in quarter number 4. Dickerson over to Richards. Richards to Woodland. Woodland down low. Anson scoops it up and under move, and he scores. 40-33, the Lyman Eagles lead with 6 minutes remaining in this game. Could this be another overtime game like we had in the girls' game before us? Should be an interesting final 5+ minutes. On the outside, Kimball Madsen, 3, no good. Rebound for Kellen Rogers. Lyman desperately trying to hold on to this lead. It's been as large as 16. So now it's 7. Woodland in the corner. Kunzler with it. Kunzler trying to get it back out towards midcourt. Does to Dickerson. Dickerson throws it down low. Nice anticipation from Mountain View as they steal that one away. Braeden Walk crossing the center line. Using a screen from Madsen. He'll go all the way into the lane. Elbow jumper. No good. And a foul is committed, I believe, against Lyman. Fans do not like that at all. And it will be a 1-and-1 free throw opportunity for Mountain View after that call. So an important foul right there. And here comes Andrew Housekeeper with those 4 fouls. So Housekeeper sits out for about 8 minutes or so. And he's back into the game, trying to give his team the support they need to close out a home victory against rival Mountain View. And an offensive foul going the other way, a missed free throw, but a foul will send it all the way down the other way. So not what Dustin Rees wanted, maybe a little bit of a makeup call, I'm not exactly sure, but Mountain View has a chance at a 1-and-1. They missed the front end and committed a foul on the rebound, and now that'll send Jacob Woodland to the line for a 1-and-1. He makes the first, he gets another. And he misses the first. Hunter Meeks pulls away and grabs the rebound. Brigham Blumel, 5:15 to play. Over to Colby Reese. Colby Reese in the corner. Braeden Walk. Open. 3. No good. And out of bounds. No foul called. Back to Mountain View. 5:06 to play. 7-point lead. Mountain View trying to come back. Lyman trying to hold on to the lead. Walk up top. Back to Wells. Wells. Free throw line gives it to Walk. Walk trying to cut through that zone defense of Lyman here. 2-3 zone. Leaves a lot of gaps to drive through if you know where to go. And instead, it's a steal coming the other way. Housekeeper going to go up through some contact, and he scores. Nice job by Wells to not draw a foul there. But 42-39, a 9-point lead. So big move from Housekeeper there as he re-entered with those 4 fouls. Down low. Nice job there from Kimball Madsen. He missed the first shot, but he got his own shot back, and he scored. Housekeeper was behind him, did not want to foul, so he had to just literally back away at that point. Did not even want to be close to where the action was and have a foul be risked against him. And that one, Woodland tried to jump past that. He did not hit the floor before he made the pass. And he threw it clear over Andrew Housekeeper's head. So maybe if he had that over to do again, he would come to the floor before making the pass. And a timeout, Lyman. We're going to take this timeout too on MyLocalRadio.com. Please join us after this commercial break.
Dr. Dog, the other day I was at the dog park and ran into Keegan, the Irish setter from up the road. When we smelled hello, I was surprised because he smelled like delicious roasted duck. When I asked if he'd been hunting, he said nein, he had been to see you.
Yes, Mr. Hans German Shepherd, I'm recommending Canine Superfood Advance from PetMinerals.com for all my canine patients. The powder mixes with your dog food to create a delicious duck-flavored gravy. Order your Superfood Advance from PetMinerals.com today.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Weststar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Weststar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Weststar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Back to action here from Lyman, Wyoming, where Mountain View will inbound in the backcourt. That is Braeden Walk with it, being defended by Michael Kunzler. Walk going towards his right, being defended by Kunzler. Kunzler all over him, trying to play nice defense, and a foul committed away from the ball down low. I believe it's going to go against Lyman here. 4:06 to play. Foul goes against Lucas Hansen, his third, the 9th team foul, so it is a 1-and-1 for Mountain View here. They missed their last 1-and-1 front end, so let's see if they can make the second attempt. And they miss another front end, so another empty trip for Lyman, or for Mountain View, excuse me, as Lyman committed the foul. It's the second time they were not able to hit the front end of a 1-and-1. Lyman has it midway through the final quarter, 42-35, 3:45 to play. Lyman on offense, wearing the white, going left to right. Colin Rogers back to Jet Dickerson. Dickerson up top. Gives it back to Andrew Housekeeper. Housekeeper picked up his dribble. A little bit lost. Lucas Hansen winds up with it underneath the basket, and a foul has been called. He got bailed out there. Hansen was going nowhere fast, and he just kind of was able to lift his arms up in the air, kind of make a motion like he was going to shoot the ball, and a foul committed on Hunter Meeks. That is Meeks' fourth foul of the contest with 3:32 to play. Meeks, his hands on his hips, not pleased at the call. A shooting foul, so it's 2 shots here for Lucas Hansen, and the first one rattles around and drops. Hunter Meeks going to stay in the game. Housekeeper also with 4 fouls. Several Lyman Eagles with 3 fouls. Second free throw, no good from Lucas Hansen. Rebound pulled down by Kimball Madsen. Kimball Madsen's had a great night tonight for the Mountain View Buffaloes. Madsen trying to propel the Buffaloes to a victory. This man as well in Braeden Walk trying to do everything he can. Ball ripped away on the rebound, and a foul has been called against Mountain View. Braeden Walk, hands on hips. He commits a foul 90 feet away from the basket. Not what Dustin Rees wanted. Down by 8. Sending Michael Kunzler to the line for a 1-and-1. So Kunzler's got a chance for 1 free throw. If he makes it, he's got another one. Second free throw, first free throw, no good, on the front end. And the rebound pulled away by Colby Reese. Trenton Wells in the front court with it. 3:09 to play. Hunter Meeks battling down low on Lucas Hansen. Turnaround jumper, no good. Hansen with the rebound. Nice defense there from Lyman. Mountain View still struggling on offense to put together a potent offense, and a foul has fouled out Hunter Meeks. Hunter Meeks knows it's on him. He knows it's his 5th, and he has fouled out tonight. Look clean up top. Might have been some body down low. I'm not exactly sure. But Andrew Housekeeper and Jet Dickerson go into the backcourt to shake his hand, give him a high five. Nice sportsmanship there from Lyman. Hunter Meeks still with his hands in the air, not really sure where the foul was. Obviously, I could not tell from my angle on the foul. Like I said, it looked clean up top. It looked like a clean block up top on the shot. I don't know if he was bodying him down low. Could be why the foul was called. 44-34. Or 35, and now 45-35. Lyman, 10-point lead, 2:55 to go. Lyman looking to pull off the battle for the Bridger Valley sweep. The girls won in overtime. The Lyman girls won in overtime. The boys looking to do it in regulation. Lyman has 3 wins on the season. This boys team, 2 against the same Kemmerer team from the Class 2A. Once again, Lyman's a 3A team, so they're trying to get a quality 3A win in a rivalry matchup as well. Jet Dickerson crosses the center line and then throws it away. He tried to get it over to Colin Rogers, and Colin Rogers fouls Trenton Wells in the backcourt. Kevin Lueck, hands behind his head, just cannot believe what he just saw. And to make matters worse, Colin Rogers has fouled out. Gets a handshake from Kevin Lueck. Andrew Housekeeper goes into the backcourt to give him a hug. And so 2 players have now fouled out. Hunter Meeks from Mountain View and Colin Rogers for Lyman, both disqualified with 5 fouls. First free throw of 2 from Trenton Wells is good. And high fives all around from his teammates after he makes the first. Second coming. And he rims it out, touched every part of the rim except the right part for him. And then Michael Kunzler hits the deck, and a foul. No, a traveling is called. Wow, Michael Kunzler looked like he was bodied there, hit the deck, and a traveling violation was called. Lyman fans have been upset with some of these officials all night in this boys game, and it won't make matters any better. A 7-point lead for Lyman. Mountain View trying to make this a two-possession game. Kimball Madsen on the outside. Madsen cutting in. Trenton Wells, open three from the corner. Can't get it to go. Rebound chased down by Colby Rees. He's going to pop a three, and he's going to miss, but he chases after his own rebound. Braeden Walk near midcourt with it. Walk has another opportunity. Trenton Wells on the left side. Dribbling the ball. Under 2 minutes to play. Down by 7 is Mountain View. Down low, Lucas Anson defending. Corner three, Trenton Wells. He's got it! And it's a 4-point game and a timeout for Dustin Rees. Dustin Rees wants to talk it over with his team. This is the smallest that this lead has been. Join us after this full timeout on MyLocalRadio.com. The final 148. We've got a dandy on our hands, folks. Don't go anywhere. Make sure everyone is tuned in live to MyLocalRadio.com.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
.45-41, 148 to play here, live on MyLocalRadio.com. Very festive atmosphere has only gotten better as this game has gone on. Obviously, the girls' game was a thriller that ended in an overtime victory for the Lyman Eagles. If you want to watch that one, I would advise waiting until this stream ends, obviously until this game ends. But you can watch that game and this game in its entirety live on MyLocalRadio.com. Once again, my name is Sean Bennett. Thank you for tuning in at Lyman High School for the Battle of the Bridger Valley. Dickerson crosses midcourt over to Kunzler. Kunzler throws it down low. Anson turning, spinning, getting it back out to Dickerson. Dickerson back up top. Housekeeper with it. Housekeeper has 4 fouls for Lyman. Have to be careful on offense and defense. Housekeeper is fouled near midcourt. Colby Rees, I don't know. Though by his reaction, it makes me think he didn't want a foul, and that is why. That is his 5th foul. So Colby Rees adding to the list of disqualified players. Lonnie Meeks, head coach, or assistant coach for Mountain View, gets up off the bench, offers his condolences, support to Hunter, or Colby Rees, excuse me. Both Hunter Meeks and Colby Rees both out with 5 fouls. Housekeeper has 4 at the line, and he misses the first of 2 free throws. 4-point game, 1:22 to play. One more free throw as Housekeeper steps up to the line, takes a deep breath, exhales. Second free throw on the way from Housekeeper. And that is up and good. So Housekeeper extends the lead back to 5. Mountain View has a chance to make this a 1-possession game with a basket, however, on this possession. 1:15 to play. Trenton Wells, Kimball Madsen up top, Braeden Walk being face guarded in the corner. They don't want him to get an open shot. They don't want him to get any shot, Braeden Walk. And he uses a screen, gets open up top, misses the shot. Looked like Brigham Blumel went over the top, but instead the ball is knocked out of play off of Mountain View. Like the house would have erupted had Mountain View got possession there, because Brigham Blumel, in my opinion, went over the top of the Lyman defense, over the back. Not called. 5-point lead for Lyman, 46-41, 53.5 to play. Mountain View's going to have to foul, and they do. Let's see which player up top it was called on. Schofield and Walk were up top there. Foul will go against Braeden Walk, so his 3rd. Maybe of note if this game goes into overtime. Obviously, Mountain View's going to have to foul here at the end, so if he picks up 2 more fouls before the end of the game, he will be done. You do not want that if you're a Mountain View fan. Housekeeper at the line. Made 1 of 2 on the last trip, and he makes the first. And this one, a big free throw, a massive free throw, if you will, because this could make it a 3-possession game if Andrew Housekeeper makes this free throw. It's right now at 6, chance to make it 7 in 3 possessions. Second free throw is good. So Andrew Housekeeper coming up big on his home court in front of his home crowd. makes both free throws, and this lead is at 7. A timeout here. I believe it's going to be a full timeout. We're going to take this timeout to MyLocalRadio.com. Do not go anywhere. 48-41, Lyman leads with 49.9 left.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Live on MyLocalRadio.com. Once again, my name is Sean Bennett. Thank you for tuning in. And I hope you have your seatbelts on because we're on for a wild ride. We've been on a wild ride here tonight with the girls game going to overtime thanks to a near buzzer beater shot from Haley Stevens. Unfortunately for Mountain View, it was not enough. They fell in overtime to the Lyman Eagles. However, tonight here in the boys game, we've got an upset on the deck. Lyman trying to close this one out, up by 7 with 49 seconds. Down low, Brigham Blumel goes up, nearly got the shot to go. That could have been an interesting story right there. An interesting twist in the plot line, if he had made that shot on the foul, but instead he will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Heavy Mountain View contingent here, as always, in the Bridger Valley showdown, cheering on their team. Only about 10 minutes separate these two schools. Pretty much right down the road from each other. 42.7 to play, 48-42. Second shot is up and good. And a timeout. I think Dustin Rees called this timeout. We're going to stay right here. We've taken a couple timeout commercial breaks. We're going to stay right here on this full timeout live on MyLocalRadio.com. So with 42.7 to play, man, we've had a dandy in this one. If you don't like this, you don't like high school basketball, and you don't like Mountain View and Lyman basketball, because this has been about as entertaining as you would want out of a basketball game. 48-43 the score. The Lyman Eagles up by 5. They will have possession here. They will inbound underneath their own basket. 48-43. 42.7 to play. Take a deep breath. This final 42 seconds might feel like it's going to take 15 minutes or so. Obviously, we've slowed our pace down a little bit with the timeouts being called. If you're one of the showing 95 live viewers on MyLocalRadio.com's YouTube stream, live on MyLocalRadio.com, we do appreciate you. Maybe if we can get some more people in here, we'll get up to 100 live viewers. That would be a real treat. Turnover in the backcourt. No, not a turnover. Housekeeper needs to get it over the center line. However, and a foul is called. Mountain View put their hands over their head, and now Dustin Rees is playing at the scoreboard. I think he wants a 10-second being called. A 10-second violation to be called. He's pointing up at the scoreboard. Not a 10-second violation called, however. A foul was called in the backcourt on Kimball Madsen. I think there was 42 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. I actually forget the time that was on the scoreboard at that last break, so not unable to tell if 10 seconds went off the clock there. Did feel like Lyman was getting really close, and Mountain View bailed him out with a foul call. 49-43, second free throw on the way from Housekeeper. He's been all world class tonight for Lyman, trying to shut out Mountain View in their first meeting of the season. Mountain View in the backcourt, not touching it, going to roll it across the center line. Braeden Walk down by 7, pulls up for 3. Braeden Walk, he's got it. Braeden Walk walks into an open 3. Lyman, Coach Lueck and some of their coaches kind of having a little question mark there. How is Braeden Walk, their best shooter, allowed to just walk into an open 3? But he was, and to all the credit in the world for Braeden Walk. He is a dynamic outside shooter, a dominant outside shooter, and if he's open, if he has a foot in front of him, it doesn't matter. You're toast. Hand down, man down. And that was exactly the scenario there for Lyman. As Lyman will talk it over in their huddle, they have a 4-point lead late in this contest. It will be a Lyman inbound underneath their own basket with 29.3. So remember, 29.3 almost came into effect last possession when Lyman had it. Almost a 10-second violation. So the clock gets 19 or less. It'll be a 10-second violation. I'm sure Kevin Lueck told his team about that, made sure, hey, that center line, that midcourt line, you got to get it over in 10 seconds. I'll be curious to see if Mountain View lets 10 seconds go off the clock. They might just try to foul right away. Kunzler catches the ball at the free throw line. And about a second and a half go off the clock. And Kunzler will go to the free throw line. Mountain View girls team on their feet behind the bench, trying to cheer on their boys team to a victory. Kunzler trying to send them home unhappy. And he misses the first, so Kunzler with another free throw. Chance to make it a 5-point game if he makes this. Got to box out for both teams. And that free throw is no good, so he misses them both. Pregame Blumel with the rebound, sends it ahead to Trenton Wells. Trenton Wells looking to find somebody, finds Braeden Walk. 20 seconds on the clock. Walk moving to his right. Wells, an open three. Off the rim, no good. Down low, Pregame Blumel hits the deck hard. He is in obvious pain. And the whistles blow. I think they're going to tend to Braeden Blumel, who's laying on the floor, rolling around in pain. I think it was one of those positions where he had the ball up in the air and he landed hard on his back. Tried to watch where he was landing. I'm not sure it's a head injury. Obviously, I don't want to speculate as a broadcaster. But he is up on his feet. Lyman coach comes over and makes sure he is okay, health-wise. Pregame Blumel. 10.4 to go. I believe it should be Mountain View ball here. Mountain View had possession when they stopped the game. Is it a timeout? I believe a timeout has been called by Lyman. A full timeout. We're going to take this timeout. One last commercial break on MyLocalRadio.com. Please join us after this.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Back to action here. Lyman literally about an inch away from each other in the huddle on the right side of the court. Just desperately trying to be able to hear each other. I have headphones on and I'm struggling to hear anything in this gym because it is so loud. But there's nothing and nowhere I'd rather be, and nothing I'd rather be doing right now than broadcasting some Bridger Valley basketball between Mountain View and Lyman. Lyman has 3 wins on the year. This fourth one would be a memorable fourth one if they're able to pull off a home victory in front of Mountain View here tonight. Inbound goes back to Wells. Wells give and go over to Walk. Walk with 7 on the clock, puts it up. Long 3, out, no good. Rebound fought for. Dickerson gets it with 1 on the clock, and that is how it will end. Lyman walks away with a victory on their home court. A 50-46 home win. And Kevin Lueck defeats his former team that he coached. The Lyman coach, Kevin Lueck, gets a home victory, and how sweet it is. The Lyman Eagles get their first conference divisional win of the season. They move to 1-2. Mountain View a firm chance to put themselves in #1 position at 3-0. They fall back tonight, and they will be 2-1, tied with Pinedale. Obviously, they have the advantage over Pinedale in head-to-head. So they are still number 1, but obviously not a full game lead in the divisional standings. 50-46 win for the Lyman Eagle boys, the 4th win on the season. And boy, was it a good one for Kevin Lueck. That's going to do it for our coverage live from Lyman, Wyoming in the Uintah County. Thank you for joining us online if you couldn't be here in person, or if you're watching and listening while you're in the stands right now. We really do appreciate you as well. Make sure you spread the word that the only place and the best place to watch Bridger Valley basketball, both Mountain View and Lyman this season, is only on MyLocalRadio.com. It has been a pleasure to broadcast tonight's broadcast. Once again, my name is Sean Bennett, signing off from the Uintah County. Lyman, a Bridger Valley sweep tonight. The girls win in overtime, and the boys upset the Mountain View Buffs 50-46 on their home floor. Join us next week, next Friday. It's going to be Lyman against Pinedale, and then I believe Lyman will play Big Piney at home. We'll have both games on MyLocalRadio.com. So that's going to do it for our coverage here. Please join us next week when we return to Lyman basketball.